Yes.
I didn't know. That's
Yes.
great. We'll be right back. Come on! You read the news.
Back to your bedroom, Christy. You decided you need to remove the crucifix from the room. I think you should just
We
go
don't
go
speak,
go
and-
all out.
Go all out and do what?
Well, as soon as you open the door, disco ball,
Right.
Yeah.
condom machine right there on the wall.
Incense.
You know, even better, Tom, one of those little machines that dispenses cologne.
No, like one of them is condoms. The next is French ticklers.
Oh, yeah.
Something that looks like a cat toy. You know.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
I think we've done all the damage we can do.
Oh, no. We
Then,
haven't.
I know.
Started.
And then a little button you walk over, press it, and you hear just your chick going, "Are you ready?"
are you ready?
Yeah.
then the disco music starts. Oh yeah.
Techno action.
Christy!
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom Productions present the concert event of the season, starring America's hottest new entertainer. He bridges the gap between traditional country music and hip-hop with a style all his own. He's the first country rap superstar MC. He's Clementine.
I'm in the house. I'm in the house. Now I'm in the outhouse. I'm living large. Nobody can top me. I can play the Apollo and the Grand Ole Opry. I got my posse and we're ready to roll. I got some chronic and a can of Skull. I'm Clementine. I'm pumping up the jams, driving in my car. I love a thumping bass and a steel guitar. I can bust a rhyme just like P. Diddy, but I look a lot more like Conway Twitty. I'm Clementine. I love to rap and I love to sing. I wear a Stetson hat and a lot of bling bling. From coast to coast, they know who I am. I'm the country gangsta, Clementine.
He's a little bit country. He's a little bit hip-hop. He's Clementine. Formerly comedian Tim Wilson. With his shiny gold chains and his dusty old cowboy boots. He's a regular hip-hop along Cassidy.
Yodelay-hee-ho. Yodelay-hee-ho. Forget about Slim Shady. I'm the real Slim Whitman.
He's a country boy hanging out in the suburban jungle. His biatches are all hunting dogs. And his hoes, well, they're all backhoes powered by John Deere.
Come on, people, let's make some noise. All you players and good old boys. Come to my show, you'll have a ball. I'm Clementine. Peace out, y'all.
He's Clementine, headlining his first U.S. concert tour with very special guests, Rappa, Flava Flav, and the Oak Ridge Boys. No one raises the roof like Clementine. It's country, it's rap, it's crap. Catch Clementine live in concert and sponsored by Wonder Bread and Colt 45 Malt Liquor. A Bob and Tom Show production.
Well, been a while since we heard that one. Crap, huh?
By request.
I bet it was. Then I know
It's
who
country
requested it.
and rap. You do?
It's the Bob and Tom Show. How about you? There's Christy Lee.
Hey, chick.
Hey, there's. Well, that's a lot of stripes. It's early.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what to do.
That's nice, Christy.
Wow.
You.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey there, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick desk. Chick. Ace Cosby. Chick. I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
By request. That comes, it says, with Eminem and Snoop hosting the MTV Music Awards this week. I was wondering if you could start your show with the classic Tim Wilson tribute, Clementine. I never missed the show opener and hope you can get this in.
Well.
To remember one of the greatest. Well, thank you, Al. And Al has an unusual last name.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Christy. How
You
do
can call him Al.
that's an overrated, awful song.
Yeah, there you go.
Love it so much.
I hate that song, too.
What is his last name? How do you think you pronounce it?
Geezer.
You think you pronounce that Geezer?
Geeser.
It's got to be Geezer.
Or Geezer. Geezer.
Either way.
Could be
I
Geyser.
bet Al probably just gets tortured all the time.
Always.
Or,
Especially if he's a young guy. Hey, you old geezer.
How about Guesser?
What is the origin of old geezer anyway?
I don't
What does
know.
it mean an old guy?
Wheeze, I always thought Wheeze, the old Geezer.
I don't know. Al, thanks for the letter. And that is indeed a classic. A little bit of weirdness featuring Tim Wilson. And got a couple of other requests from people listening to various chunks of this show that are showing up on Spotify. Some of the old classics. So we'll squeeze a couple of requests in for things that are resurfacing now. Some of them. Not all of them can resurface on the federally regulated airwaves. Free speech lives somewhere else.
Can they be on Spotify?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they for some reason, I don't know what the difference is. We have a surprise guest today. Greg Hahn is going to rejoin us today.
Wow.
What?
All right.
That's amazing news.
He's subbing for Greg Warren today, so we'll certainly look forward to that.
Is he subbing for Willie, too?
No, Willie had a gig with Greg last
I
night,
know.
so he's. I told him to take a
Greg
little bit of
coming
time off. They're both coming in. Willie is going to be here in an hour. Told him to take a little time for himself.
Nobody's more dedicated than Ace. That's what affords him to point out misgivings and faults of others, because Ace is perfect. Hence his book, Unreasonable Confidence. There you
Okay,
go. That's where it starts.
People don't know where they can buy the book Unreasonable Confidence.
It's out of print right now. It's sold out. Yeah,
Naturally, yeah.
It's sold out. 9 printings.
But
I'm going to make it in harder cover.
I like that.
Okay.
Even harder cover.
All right. Now, here's something that you've mentioned many times, Chick. And
Tell me, Daddy,
got a
tell
letter.
me.
This comes to us from Brett in Normal, Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That I love that exit. I don't know why. I always
Near
remember
Bloomington?
that. Bloomington, Normal.
A lot of pressure, I think, living in Normal, Illinois.
Yeah.
You have to set some kind of a standard. No
Is
matter
there
what you're doing.
the high school there, like the Normal students? That's what they call the teams?
I don't know.
Normal. It's the normal.
The normal everyday people.
Go team.
The fighting everyday people. I like that, Pat.
Fighting baseball team. Woo!
Yeah,
Football team. Woo!
He goes, so I'm in the checkout line at Kroger. There's some sweet Hootie and the Blowfish playing on Kroger radio. Woman in front of me.
Did he say that in that, or did you make that up?
No.
Hootie. Okay.
Do you want to have
Okay.
Christy read it?
I like him. No, I like him. I like him very much.
He says,
That's my thing.
sweet Hootie and the Blowfish.
Nice.
Playing on Kroger radio. You want to do your jingle?
Kroger Radio. It's Chick's job after this stops. That's right.
I can get you that, kid.
Look
I
at
know
all
somebody.
those savings down there.
The woman in front of me grabs the coupon paper
Uh-oh.
and has the checkout lady applying everything she can find. Finally, she gets up from her scooter and watches as the woman goes through all of the coupons.
Let me tell you something. This is something Ace does, and he seeks it out. He has all his coupons.
No, but Ace
But
is
Ace
ready
is
to go.
ready.
I don't know about that.
Got his
I don't know
act
about
together.
that. There's nothing documented that he's ready to go. I can see
You're
him grabbing
more
a
than
paper.
welcome to join me Friday.
I would rather cut my leg off.
Back to our story from Brett. Then the checkout girl says, that'll be $25.70. The lady looks surprised as if, oh, I have to pay.
What's all this about?
Then she starts digging through her purse.
Wow.
This is the standard. Then he goes, fortunately, I was buying some Miller Lite to keep me calm. Thank you, Brett in Normal, Illinois. A lot of pressure being normal.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what normal is anymore. And who knows? 98.6, I think, isn't that in dispute now?
It is. It's lower now.
No, it's 97.7, I
Lower
thought,
now.
or something like that.
What is it?
I think so. Yeah, 97.7.
It's lower that much?
Yeah, and also that's your favorite hit station. 97.7.
God. Wouldn't it be great to have the station at 98.6 in Normal, Illinois? Is that a valid frequency? I don't know. I don't think that is.
So I think they're odd numbers.
But it'd certainly be great to get one.
Okay, there's Normal Community High School, Normal West High School. Let's check out what the Normal West are called. They're black and white. I mean, it's a black background with white printing, and it looks like they're the Tigers or some sort of a feline.
Okay, not the normal everyday people.
That's normal.
I like that very much, Pat. The fighting everyday people. Got some requests, Pat, including...
They have a nice swim team. They're very much... Ladies swim team, very much in shape.
Okay.
I see that.
Could we not dwell on that?
Just pointing out they have a swell website.
They're all going into college.
Where our young leaders are coming from looks to be Normal, Illinois.
Enter the young. Yeah, they've learned to... That's a great song by the Association. I love that song.
It's the worst.
We have a request for the Paul Lynde joke of the day. When you're ready, Paul, let me know. Also, a very obscure Pat Godwin request. I'm kind of excited about this one. I'll let you know in a few minutes, Pat, but you're going to have to dig around to find this one. Do you want to give me the sports teaser?
Rory McIlroy from Northern Ireland. He's the FedEx Cup champion for the third time. He comes from behind to beat Scotty Scheffler yesterday in Atlanta. $18 million he pocketed for winning that. Austin Dillon avoided a supersized massive wreck at Daytona to win yesterday to snag a playoff spot in the Cup Series regular season finale. I don't know how the playoff series works at NASCAR. Leave me alone.
Now it's been established. It's pretty ridiculous to call them the playoffs, let's face it.
I think it was a last-minute attempt to, get more people. There's playoffs in NASCAR now. Well, let's watch that. Like there's playoffs in football. I don't know. That seems to me to be Joe Average. That's
a little forced.
Yeah,
Joe Normal. Yeah,
Joe Normal from Normal, Illinois.
Home of the
ladies swim team. That's right. And Hawaii got back-to-back home runs from Keikoa, Penal, and Kama Angel in the first inning. These kids from Hawaii, they won the Little League World Series. They beat Curacao yesterday, 13-3. They run ruled about I don't know how many teams. They hit the long ball. It's 12-run rule. So if they get hit by 12, game's over.
That rule should not exist in the college or in the Little League World Series, but that's just my opinion.
So I had fun watching it until right this moment. So anyway, Hawaii, you're a Little League World Series champions, and boy, Washington football team fans can just not get a break. The Washington Commanders say their rookie running back, who was, in this reporter's opinion, on the road to start, Brian Robinson Jr., shot during an attempted robbery or carjacking. Authorities are not sure. He's 23 years old, an Alabama player, taken to the hospital. Team calls it non-life-threatening injuries. He was shot in the lower part of his body.
Yikes. And
we'll be watching this.
Jeez.
He was on the road to start. Now
holy
he's
cow.
in the hospital, and of course the first game of the season. What is it? 10 days, 13 days away, something like that.
And we're going to have, on a lighter note, the Bob and Tom Pigskin Pick'em. Your shot at winning the Big Green Egg Mini Max. Right now, I want to talk about Josh on the road. Lots of shows coming up. I saw Josh this weekend. It was fun. And we're going to talk to Josh about traveling and saving money on gasoline. How do you do that, Josh?
With the incredible app known as Upside. That's right. If you're buying gas, you need to know about this. Some of our listeners have already earned over $200, $400, even as much as $1,000 using Upside. It's a no-brainer. Download it now. Use promo code Bob and Tom. You're going to get 25 cents per gallon or more on your first fill-up cash back. Don't pay full price at the pump anymore. No, get cash back using Upside. It's easy, and it's real cash that really adds up. In fact, $1 million cash back is being earned by users each week, and I can tell you, this year, I've earned a little over $600 that I'm saving up in my account. I'll cash that out later for some gift cards or something for Christmas. People can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other product. This includes those loyalty programs and credit card rewards programs that just aren't up to snuff when compared to Upside. It's available at all businesses all over the U.S., 30,000 plus total, in fact, including those big-name brands and gas stations, as well as some of your favorite local businesses. Use promo code Bob and Tom when you download the Upside app, because you are going to get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on that first tank when you do. That's code Bob and Tom on the Upside app.
There's no downside when you use Upside, just like Joshy. When we come back, the reason I'm doing that is we have an incredibly obscure request. Two of them. One for you, Pat. You're not going to believe it, but I'll tell you what it is in a minute. Okay. And one for Josh.
All right.
I'm very excited about this. And Christy, you look very nice today.
Thank you, Tommy.
Okay. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
And a good morning to you. It is Monday, August the 29th, 2022. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you had a great weekend as well. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Got a great morning for you lined up. Comedian Greg Hahn going to be stopping by again this morning. He was here on Friday, but his energy still just as full and rich as you'd expect. He's had his coffee this morning, and ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be ready to go. Appearing in the 7 o'clock hour, scheduled to appear, comedian Greg Hahn, getting ready to set off on a big Midwest tour, and Willie Griswold's going to be along with them for quite a few of the dates. We'll cover that later this morning. Greg Hahn with you on a Monday, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. Taylor Swift took home the top prize at the 2022 MTV Video Music Awards before she closed out the show with a surprisingly big announcement, her new album. She said Sunday night that it will be called Midnight and will be released on October 21st. It will be her 10th studio album. The horror film The Invitation needed just $7 million to finish at the top of the weakest weekend of summer at the North American box office. The Sony film stars Games of Thrones actor Natalie Emmanuel as a young woman who discovers dark secrets at her family home in the English countryside. Sony also had the #2 film with Brad Pitt's Bullet Train, and finishing in third, Universal's Beast with $4.9 million. And a car driven by Princess Diana in the 1980s has sold at auction for $764,000 just days before the 25th anniversary of her death. Silverstone Auctions says there was fierce bidding for the black Ford Escort RS Turbo before the sale closed. The UK buyer, whose name was not disclosed, also paid a 12.5 buyer's premium on top of the selling price. Britain and Diana's admirers worldwide are preparing to mark a quarter century since her death. Diana drove the Escort from 1985 to 1988. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jeff Rothpan here in the studio with us.
When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus, and I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. Tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true,
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference. I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, there was just one after another. The bearded man. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi! Man, what the hell is this?
How does he do it?
He's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I left work early, drove right home. Didn't know you'd be here. Well, now that you are, there's only one thing I'd like you to do, my dear. Honey, pull up my skirt, undo my blouse, peel off my pantyhose. Baby, take off my bra and my spiked heels. Honey, take off all of my clothes. take them all off, baby. Honey, pull down the shades, turn down the lights, lock up all of the doors. If I catch you wearing my clothes again, honey, I will file for divorce. Bob, that skirt doesn't even go with that blouse. Now put on this apron and go do the dishes.
Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
But it's strange living back in America, you know. I mean, America's like a foreign country to me in a lot of ways.
Why?
I don't know. Things are weird. Like, you know, I have friends that don't eat bread anymore. Everybody's on a low-carb diet.
Well.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on a low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hey, Chick.
Upside sidekick. There's Ace Cosby, manning the track phone hotline hot phone. Willie Griswold and Greg Hahn joining us here in a little while. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. You got a couple requests here.
Oh.
And this one is rather unusual, Josh. This is for you.
Okay.
You had a news story about a school teacher that used her teacher voice to scare a bear away a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the story?
Yep.
You tell us again, Christy. How did it go?
Wasn't there a bear on the school property, and it was actually in the dumpster, and it came out and started yelling at the bear, and the bear took off.
But the notion of having a teacher voice, and Josh, of course, was an English teacher in South Korea, interestingly enough. This says that, Josh, you demonstrated the voice you would use to scare a bear away. Do you remember the exact...
I think it was something like... Blee, ha, flash, something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's spelled out here.
Wow.
Blee, ha, flash.
Remember that.
Someone spelled it out?
Yeah, here, I'll give Josh. You can,
Yeah.
All right.
There's a slightly different spelling if you want to.
I go, get out of here, bear, blee, rah, hey.
There it is.
Let's see. Oh, blah, ha, fwee. Oh, this is blah, ha, fwee. All right.
Okay, sorry.
Blah, ha, fwee. Fwee. I think those are the three syllables that
That will scare a bear away?
most. Yes.
If you have a bear in your house. And we're getting more and more of these, by the way.
Well, we're encroaching.
Bears in their house?
Oh, it's people getting... every day we have a story about a bear or something. I had the bejesus scared out of me Saturday night with a raccoon in my garage.
Oh, my.
I can only imagine.
Hang on. Time out.
Yeah.
Tell me everything.
Well, there's the door from the house to my garage. I open it up and I hear something. And I go around the corner and there's a raccoon. God, that scared me.
I bet it did. Can you recreate what you said and
I
how
bet you
you
screamed
moved?
like a girl.
I think it was something like that.
Was the door closed?
No, the garage door was open.
Oh, yeah.
So it was my fault.
So he ran out, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You scared him, too.
But he scared me more.
About how big was he? Like a toddler? Like a middle school raccoon?
Probably 15 pounds, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's not bad. That's
Yeah,
good size.
not that bad. Now, the other day, I was standing out here at the station with Mr. Hahn going in. This morning, I saw 2 bucks when I drove in. Oh, look, there's a deer in the field. It was a gigantic coyote.
Yeah.
So really,
Feasting on one of those bucks.
Yeah, the animals are everywhere.
You ever run into a possum? I confronted a possum one time on a screened-in porch.
Did it hiss at you?
Yeah, they hiss, Tom. They hiss.
Yeah, they're ugly.
They are ugly.
These raccoons at least have the advantage of being kind of cute.
They sure are, yeah.
Somebody calls you possum face. That's not a compliment.
No, I don't think it is.
I saw a possum face over the weekend.
No kidding.
Oh.
Yeah.
He or she?
I'd rather not go into.
Maybe they were just playing Possum Face.
Ah, okay, very good. As a term you often use, hatchet face.
Hatchet face has like more of an
narrow,
angular.
yeah, right. Kind
Very
of a sharp
narrow head.
nose.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Pat, you ready?
Yeah.
This is really obscure.
Is that one?
All right,
Is that
be
one?
back.
Is that Tom's golf shirt or is that a new golf shirt?
A brand new, yeah.
Wow.
Well, look at you.
Yeah, I bought it on the links. I went to the pro shop there.
Right.
Oh, very nice.
So your girlfriend, obviously your girlfriend was with you.
She bought it.
Or is we go the one who carries the credit card?
Yeah.
They have a bit of a markup at those pro shops, don't they?
You think? Well, they have you trapped.
Now, Pat, you have done many obscure songs over the years. But this one is rather obscure. It's about...
what, 2.5 minutes?
Yeah, 3 minutes long, something like that.
Mine are shorter than that.
Exactly where I was.
Aaron Neville.
Wild.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, Aaron Neville,
Love him.
very fine singer, of course. And
acquired.
Hard to watch when he sings.
Yeah, Aaron has a couple of interesting things going. He's got several tattoos on his face. Also, he's got a rather large mole above his
the way his jaw moves drives me crazy.
But you have an actual tribute to Aaron Neville's face.
Aaron looks like he could bench press a Buick, though. So just,
he's a scary guy.
You know, he refers to he refers to some of the tattoos as prison junk.
Really?
He doesn't use the word junk.
Oh.
He has an interview, certainly. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. I sure do love his singing, vibrato so refined. And man, I dig that Cajun beat, it nearly drives me out of my mind. But when I see him on the TV, something's out of place. What is that thing on Aaron Neville's face? Ha! What is that thing on Aaron Neville's face? Is it a mole or a tumor or a milk dud he misplaced? And those tattoo tears, well, get them all erased. It's scary. What is that thing on Aaron Neville's face? Well, I wish I was half as successful or had a quarter of his cash. Cause you gotta know he's got the dough to take care of that funky rash. I hope he never hears this song or put me in my place. But what is that thing on Aaron Neville's face? Ha! What is that thing on Aaron Neville's face? It could be a smudge, a piece of fudge, or a huge freckle out of place. When he sang with Lynde Ronstadt, she was staring off in space. What is that thing on Aaron Neville's face? Let me tell you now. What is that thing on Aaron Neville's face? Woo!
By request, thank you, Andrew from Wisconsin. Wanted to hear. He knows obscure. And we have another incredibly obscure Pat Godwin request coming up.
All right.
The not so obscure comedian, Greg Hahn, will be our guest coming up again today. Certainly look forward to that. Mr. Hahn in the house. He has a bunch of appearances coming up and lots of news, I'm sure. But right now we turn to the sports page with Chick McGee.
Once again, Rory McIlroy, the FedEx Cup champion for the third time. He came from a record-tying 6 shots behind to win the Tour Championship and capture $18 million for one tournament, Tom.
Yikes.
He more or less said, take that, Live Golf, at the interview after the tournament. Where are you guys on tournament, by the way?
Tournament or tournament?
I think Midwest, Central Ohio broadcast speak.
Not tour.
Tournament.
Tournament.
But I think more of an East Coast tournament, yeah.
It certainly is spelled that way, isn't it?
It is a tour.
Yeah.
We don't say tur. We say turd, I think.
we will say turd.
You don't say
Tom,
turd.
have you ever said turd in anger?
You're a turd?
What a turd!
Of course. Who hasn't?
All right. Anyway, Scotty Scheffler was second. And in Daytona Beach, they decided to wreck all the cars. I'm not sure what that was all about. The drivers evidently this morning are a bit upset with NASCAR governing body because they said there should have been a caution flag before the rain started. They saw it coming. No one had a caution come out. But needless to say, Austin Dillon's not complaining. He won, avoided the massive wreck. He won in the rain at Daytona. He also snagged a playoff spot in the Cup Series regular season finale.
Sorry, it just sounds funny to me.
Yeah, I know.
Playoff spot.
That's what they.
It just is forced.
Tell us to. Yes, it's clunky at best.
Mm-hmm.
And the Washington Commanders from the NFL say their rookie running back, and he was on track to start on opening day against the Jaguars, Brian Robinson Jr., He was shot during an attempted robbery or carjacking in suburban D.C. last night about 6 o'clock Eastern. The 23-year-old former Alabama player, he is in the hospital with what team call non-life-threatening injuries. Staff members are with Robinson. Coach Rivera tweeted something out, said he's in good spirits, and he looks like he's going to make.
Now, he wasn't attempting the robbery, right?
Full recovery.
Thanks for clarifying.
Somebody was trying to rob him. Because if you get shot while you're attempting robbery, I don't have as much sympathy for it.
Right. You deserved it.
Again, very helpful.
Robinson
want to
was
get the news out there.
Third-round pick of the Washington, whatever they're calling their team.
The Commanders.
In the NFL draft.
Once again, Chick McGee's team for his fantasy league is known as the Guardians of the Commanders.
That's right.
Taking two of the new generic pro sports names and combining them for his fantasy team. By the way, on a different note, we are going to be giving away every week of the season the Big Green Egg Mini Max. Why? Well, because it's fun.
Because we like it.
And what do you get? Well, let's see. You get the Big Green Egg Mini Max. But how do you get it? It's your pigskin pick'em. And we're going to be starting that real soon. We'll explain how it works. More details are at bobandtom.com/contest. So if you think you know your NFL, check this out for us.
You think you're so smart? Hawaii wins the Little League World Series, beating Curacao yesterday and run ruled 13-3. That one ended just 4 innings. Of course, Josh is on the other side of the fence of this. He wants the run rule to be done away with in the Little League.
That's right. You make it to the Little League World Series, you can
win by as many runs as you can.
Yeah, or lose.
Or lose by
you're big
or have
boys.
a chance to
you got
come back.
there.
So
exactly right.
This could have easily been 25-3.
Well,
and it should have been.
So you have all the little Curacao kids crying by how many runs they were beaten.
You know what?
I don't know if they cry.
A life lesson.
They might murder themselves because they shamed their family so badly.
Not to mention they don't get to run all the commercials that were paid for.
Lesson learned.
By the way, Pat Godwin, this just in. Had to chime in real quick, writes Mark, because of the Aaron Neville song, I can no longer eat Cocoa Puff cereal. Okay, thank you, Mark from Three Rivers.
Man, I love Cocoa Puffs.
That's an awful turn. Well, hey, how about this, Tom? A mint condition Mickey Mantle baseball card sold for
$12 million. Right?
12 point.
Can you imagine if you did that to him?
I was gonna say,
arms in the air,
he'd be off the chair. He's down the hallway screaming.
Didn't he
out this parking lot blowing the horn.
Didn't he do it Jeopardy style? Wasn't in the form of a question?
Well, if you knew the answer, you shouldn't have.
You shouldn't have. I was going to say, would anyone like to make a guess? And it was more than 12 million.
Oh, how much was it?
Well, I don't know. You're so smart. You tell me. 12.6 million.
It's amazing.
Blasting into the record books. Sunday is the most expensive ever paid for a piece of sports memorabilia.
Man.
Boom.
This is making a big comeback. I've seen a lot of
trading cards were down for a while.
Yes, and I've seen more and more sports collectibles and card shops opening up, which is, I mean, for anything to be opening up brick and mortar these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
It's amazing.
We had the WNBA playoffs start yesterday. And
playoffs.
Connecticut, 68-63 win over the Chicago Sky. And the Seattle Storm beat the Las Vegas Aces 76-73. And that brings us to my new favorite sport.
We need to get Ace a Las Vegas Aces hat or something.
They have to have a hat to say A's, right? Got to. The Aces.
I've looked into it.
Great. Thank you. Perfect. You know, there's always gold over there. I don't know what kind it is. I'm always
as an
pleasantly surprised.
As an independent observer, I'd like to say you started it.
I certainly
He
did.
started it.
I certainly did, yes.
Anyway.
Okay, got a letter here.
All right, I'll wait for my new
We were talking about Normal, Illinois.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I've got some more information on what the high school teams are called.
Oh, well, this guy, this is Judd, who now lives in Naples, Florida. My wife was crowned Miss Teen Normal.
Wow.
And he goes on to say,
That's great.
That's again, a lot of pressure being from Normal, Illinois. You set the standard.
I've got something for you if you pay attention. Normal Community High School, that high school is the Wildcats.
Right.
Normal West, they are the Iron Men.
The normal Ironmen.
The normal Ironmen.
And Pat, you think they should be called the normal
everyday people?
The fighting everyday people. I think that's very good because they're normal.
That is a good song. Everyday people. Fat one, an ugly one,
Okay.
a possum face.
Yeah, that's what those are all.
Who wants to go to the donkey races with me?
Me.
me. Donkey races.
Donkey races. Burro racing is gaining popularity in Colorado.
We're finally seeing the effects of legal marijuana.
Let's define popularity. I mean, are we getting WNBA numbers here?
Competitors from the country are headed to Leadville, Colorado. It is Leadville, right? Not Leadville, Leadville.
It's Leadville.
Leadville. The town likes to say that the human athletes in the burro race run alongside their burros, much like Colorado's 19th century miners did when racing to acclaim.
I thought it was Leadville until like the 80s, and then it became Graphiteville. That's a pencil joke.
Pencil joke.
No,
I got it.
Don't you dare use the term joke there. That's maybe observation at best.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That doesn't count as humor?
No, clearly. By the stunned silence.
Oh, boy, my comedy radar was a little off there.
Each donkey in the race must carry a pick, a shovel, and a gold pan in their regulation pack saddle. Together.
Really?
Now, here's a joke. Okay.
Okay.
I know what did you try? What was your attempt again?
Oh, yeah. Here,
okay.
let's,
let's relive this.
I thought it was Leadville until like the 80s, and then it became Graphiteville.
Right. Okay. Now, together,
Even on a second telling it.
Back to the old drawing board here.
Together in the burro racing, they're what they say. The quote is, "They haul ass."
Oh, there you go.
Very fun.
Now, the people aren't on the burros.
So they aren't jockeys on top of the burros?
No, they run next to them. Right?
What? They run
Yeah.
next to them?
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
like
the coffee guy or
like
whatever?
holding on to their bridles?
As I
Valdez?
said in the story, Christy,
The burros are
not
pack
20
animals.
seconds ago.
I don't listen to you.
The town likes to say the human athletes in the burro race run alongside their burros, much like Colorado's 19th century miners did when racing to acclaim. Sorry, old timer, we don't serve miners.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
More like that.
The prize for winning all three burro races, which involve running with donkeys for a total of 64 miles.
Wow.
Miles?
And you're at Leadville, you're at 10,000 feet. That's up there.
It's a trophy and $500.
That's not enough.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it's not enough.
64 miles?
I mean, I went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and the burros are like $800.
Oh.
It's right next to the golf section.
So you're losing money.
Wow.
What do we got? Lead, graphite? All the pieces are here, guys.
Well, if you want to, I've got it here. I packed those burros with some illegal drugs. Now you're going to get some guys running. Get the fence on them.
Remember the guy in the burro, the most famous guy with the burro, probably with Juan Valdez and the burro and the coffee.
Yeah.
Colombian coffee. Remember that?
Is that still their spokesman?
I don't know if it's still coffee they're selling in Colombia, but I bet they have people in
Certainly
burros.
isn't number one anymore.
Yeah, certainly not number one.
No.
It's
Strong number two, probably. Enjoy a good cup of Colombian coffee. So is ESPN the Ocho going to be airing donkey races next?
I hope so.
Wow,
This
that's
must
going to make the Tour de France look like fun.
This just must be for fun. If you have to run 64 miles with a burro,
That's not fun.
you win $500 at altitude. No thanks.
I bet they do have fun doing it, but yeah.
Think?
Yeah.
They stop for beers. It's not like a time thing.
I bet there's a lot of nudity and
Why?
cheap sex. And I'm looking at it now. Look, Christy, check this guy out. He looks like he's got a beard down to his way down his chest.
Looks like a miner.
He looks like an old-fashioned guy. Beautiful. God, these animals are gorgeous. Beautiful burros. Wow. Come on. No, look at this, seriously. But here's my favorite one. Christy, can you see this?
I say we put a poll up. Which is uglier, a burro or a possum?
No, there's a guy. He's got the burro is not going anywhere, and he's trying to pull it. But then Christy, see, look,
64 miles.
See, look, a lot of see looks here.
Christy, no, wait a second now. They've also got a llama rally, Christy. So Christy's into it. She loves the llamas. Right now, I want to talk to you about tea. Low T. You've heard about low T. They keep talking about it. What is that all about? Well, it's about testosterone. Testosterone affects many aspects of your body, fellas, from your sex drive to your muscle, your bone mass, sperm production, and, knock on wood, erections. Low T can affect a lot of different things, so maybe you want to find out a little more about it. Well, one way to do that is with the Roman Testosterone Test Kit. The Roman Testosterone Test Kit can't diagnose if you have low T, but it can help you decide to further investigate the potential cause of your symptoms with your healthcare provider. Here's how it works. You get an easy-to-use kit, step-by-step video instructions. They even cover a free 2-day shipping to and from your house. Just take the test before 10 a.m. and ship it back the same day. Once your results are ready, Roman will send you a certified set of lab results. It's a downloadable PDF. Breaks it all down, then you can choose to schedule a free consultation to go over your results with the U.S. licensed healthcare professional. Go to GetRoman.com/BT show today for the at-home testosterone test kit. $69 total. That's GetRoman.com/BT show. Coming up in sports,
NFL preseason football. You want to talk? Let's talk.
And how about this? Leadville poisoning is very serious. Boy, oh boy, there's something here.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We're going to work on that one.
Leadville. Okay.
Keep working on it.
Okay. And coming up, we have in the news a little bit of dancing.
You can let a
Dancing in the streets coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio, a family man, a clean liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
Well, there's a lot of different. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that guy. There's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello.
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
It's his big day. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good.
Right.
Cake, great.
Right.
Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, when is that, a Skittle?
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Good morning. Mark Allison along with you here on this Monday, August 29th, as we roll through a Monday together. Hope you had a great weekend. And, by the way, coming up later this week, your chance to win a big green egg. Beginning this Wednesday, you can make your picks in our Pigskin Pick'em Challenge, your chance to win that big green egg mini-max. Pick each week of pro football during the regular season. If you pick the most winners, you could win a big green egg mini-max. Details coming soon at bobandtom.com/contest. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Monday morning. A mint condition Mickey Mantle baseball card is sold for $12.6 million. You heard me. It's blasting into the record books as the most expensive ever paid for a piece of sports memorabilia. The rare Mantle card eclipsed the record posted a few months ago. $9.3 million for the jersey worn by Diego Maradona when he scored the controversial Hand of God goal in soccer's 1986 World Cup. The escalating records are part of a growing market for sports memorabilia that's taken off as people cocooned themselves during the pandemic. One part nostalgia, one part financial opportunity. A fuel leak has interrupted NASA's launch countdown for its new moon rocket. Thunderstorms delayed the start of fueling early Monday at Florida's Kennedy Space Center. The operation finally got underway an hour late, but a hydrogen leak cropped up in the same area that saw seepage during a dress rehearsal last April. NASA has just 2 hours on Monday to launch the 322-foot rocket on its first test flight with an empty crew capsule bound for lunar orbit. It's the most powerful rocket ever built by NASA, outmuscling even the Saturn V rocket that carried astronauts to the moon a half-century ago. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I don't want to throw you under the bus, but I didn't know you could just order Diet Pepsis and they just showed up at the door.
Sure. It's 2022. It's hammer time. Yeah. We can do anything we want. I got my funny juice.
All right.
That's been the lull lately.
Apparently we've been out of it. Huh?
Yeah, you've been out of the funny juice.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio all day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Hello and welcome to Spit Take Theatre. This week's Spit Take Theatre presentation at the water cooler.
Man, I can't wait until the new episodes of Survivor are shown. I've really become addicted to those reality shows.
Oh, I am too. I live for Rupert. I love that guy. I've wanted to be a Survivor contestant ever since the first one. The locations they stay at are so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, they sure are. Hey, would you ever do Big Brother?
Well, actually, I've already done my Big Brother.
Huh?
I haven't done my father or my grandpa yet.
You've slept with your big brother Dave?
Well, yeah.
Wow, small world. I slept with your big brother Dave.
What?
Yeah, he's cute.
This has been Spit Take Theatre. Wow. Join us next week for another edition of Spit Take Theatre.
All right. Well, that took a nasty turn, didn't it?
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Comedian Steve Altman.
It's the technology. What we can do today. We can put a man on the moon. We can send cameras out to Saturn, take pictures, send them back. Computers. You know, but we still can't make a coffee maker that doesn't go... Hell, that wakes me up. I don't really need the coffee now, thanks! I'm awake and irritable! I got one of those cordless phones.
Yeah?
And those are cool. You can walk around the house, be outside. You can be in the bathroom now and be on the phone. This is great. That noise? I'm making coffee right now.
The Essential morning radio all day and all night. This is Bob and Tom.
Wait.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi.
There's Josh Arnold.
Yeah, no, I know. We're
sidekick chair.
Week 2 of him being annoyed with me for whatever the hell reason.
You ever think you might want to
it was the
go back and look at the catalog
series
of your work?
of lead jokes.
Give that a squint.
Is that what it is?
Is it a catalog?
Hello, Ace Cosby. Hey, he's manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. Willie Griswold will be here in a bit. He was sleepy duck, called Daddy. He said he could sleep in a little bit. And Greg Hod will join.
Well, the two of them had a show last night, so...
You hoot with the owls, you have to rise with the woodchucks.
Yeah.
That's what I always say,
exactly
Tommy.
right.
Play hurt.
Say it again. What is it now?
If you hoot with the owls, you have to rise with the woodchucks.
That's right. I had an event last night. I didn't sleep in.
I had an event last night. I didn't keep...
Well, you have to back up a little bit. Keep in mind who started this conversation about you need to come to work every day. Pat Godwin. Okay. And I know I miss work, but...
Hey, Pat doesn't come in late.
No.
I just don't come in.
He doesn't come in.
He just doesn't come in.
Yeah. There's late.
Oh, I'm leaving early tomorrow, too.
AWOL. Okay, fine.
Up here, right now, I'm already gone.
What, do you have a lady doctor appointment tomorrow?
No.
That's a yes.
No.
Where are you things going? Checked out.
I'm doing a little TV thing with Frankie, my little dog.
Oh, boy.
That ought to go real well.
Now, earlier in the show, we had
Cameraman.
Earlier in the show, we had a request for Josh to do his "How to Get Rid of a Bear" voice.
Blah, ha, fwee!
Okay, now...
See? Why, you asked me why I hate you.
You know, I remember when we had that story, you laughed and laughed at that.
Now, here we go. We were just talking about Leadville, Colorado.
Didn't they pass some sort of resolution there that they could gamble and things, and that's brought the community back? I remember this. I'm getting half
That's
of it
why
right.
you remembered Leadville?
Yeah, because my buddy Mad Dog and I were out there for a business, and they had blackjack, and it just started, so it was really nice.
You were in Leadville?
Yeah, it was like in a hotel, and
yeah,
it was
I'm
really
not sure. I just know Leadville's high.
Whores, the whole
10,000
thing.
plus.
It's great.
I know that.
It's up there.
Here we go. Speaking of places that are very high, I think this might even be higher. I was spending some time in Breckenridge, Colorado, writes Dan. I was up early waiting on a phone call from my brother. I turned around. There was a black bear standing 30 feet behind me. My reaction was to reach down in my soul, drawing on my 10 years of military experience. In my best drill instructor voice, I instructed the bear to leave my vicinity immediately. By the way, one of the most helpless feelings I've ever had in my life, and I've been on 4 combat tours.
Wow.
Yeah, you stand out there in your pajamas, and there's a bear.
Have you seen that viral video of the guy high-fiving the bear?
Yes.
Oh, my
From
gosh.
inside the car, right?
The bear comes up to the guy in the car, and the guy sticks his hand out, and the bear high-fives him and walks away.
This is the bear's
This
plan.
time.
This is absolutely the bear community plan is to, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be cute.
Yep.
We're going to think, and then when they high five, grab the whole arm.
Right.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah, next time.
1 out of 5.
Right.
Yeah, next time when he swats the arm and the arm flies off.
Yes.
Not a good idea. But if you are confronted by a bear, once again, Josh, what are you supposed to do?
Black, fight back. Brown, lay down. White, good night. You're dead.
You're dead. Okay. But the phrase that one is supposed to use when confronting a bear is what?
Blah, ha, whee!
Okay, that's very helpful.
You know,
It's the only thing they understand.
I'm not going to remember that.
Well, then you're going to get hurt.
If you're hiding in the parking lot tomorrow morning, and I get out of my car, and I start walking toward the building, and I hear, blah, I'm going to crap my pants.
Okay. Well, good. No.
I hope you find this interesting.
What is it?
Chris Cooley, who was a tight end for the Washington Redskins, he is on a podcast every now and again with my buddy Kevin Sheehan. And they were talking about bear attacks on this last podcast because Chris lives up in Montana and Wyoming in that area. And Cooley said that you should take a gun. You absolutely should take a gun. But, I mean, this is hardcore elk hunting.
Right.
You know what I mean? No.
Elk
hunting. And always take bear spray as well, because if the bear has you and is mauling you, there are sometimes you can't get to your gun, but almost always you can reach. The bear spray comes out of the container a little easier than the gun does.
Oh man.
Yeah. So all this is nice to make a big display and well,
for black bears.
Yeah.
Actually,
this was a black bear, and there was a grizzly though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There was a grizzly.
If you do that if you do this for the grizzly, go ahead.
Blah, ha, whee!
Well, that's annoying.
I said blah, ha, whee!
I think I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat this guy.
So pack some heat if you go up there.
I don't think I will.
And remember what Greg Warren told us: the bear spray, you don't apply it off to yourself.
Well, that's what.
Yeah, that's only the roll-on.
Cooley said, "Yeah, bear spray. If it goes off, it's horrible for you and the bear, but at least the mauling stops."
Yeah. The bear guy got something in my eyes.
Right.
We have a possible tribute to bears. Would you like to hear this?
Sure.
This explains some of the stuff you're supposed to do.
Here in the studio, we have our guest, comedian Fred Klett. Where do you get your material then, Fred?
You never know where your next bit's going to pop up. I saw this on television. I thought this was interesting. They had a survivor of a grizzly bear attack on television. You know what you're supposed to do in a grizzly bear attacks? You know what you're supposed to
lay
do?
down, right?
Well, what's that called?
You're supposed to play dead, aren't you?
Yeah, play dead. That's what the guy said. The guy said he played dead, and the bear ate him a little.
Yeah.
I
saw this.
And then the bear left. So he said playing dead worked. And I'm watching this thinking, no, the bear ate you a little. Some of you is gone. You know, who told you this worked? But they went right along with the guy, and I wanted to ask questions. How do you know? How do you know playing dead worked? You're one guy, that's one bear.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need more numbers.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe your bear just ate an elk.
He was full.
Looking for dessert.
You know, or maybe you just don't taste good.
Well, yeah.
But they went right along with the guy, and they didn't explain anything. They didn't explain how to play dead. There were no illustrations.
Right.
You know, most of us have never had to play dead.
No.
What if you're playing dead and your bear's eating you?
Yeah.
And the bear just keeps eating. Right. I mean, can you imagine that sense? Yeah. They just, you know, after 3 or 4 bites, do you start to panic a little bit? Are you supposed to play dead until you're dead? You know, your friends are looking over. Oh, look, Fred really looks like he's dead now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only his arm is left. Oh, yeah, he's a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you supposed to play dead until you just get mad and snap out of character? Hey! What kind of a bear are you? You couldn't see I was dead?
You're supposed to be leaving me alone.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not playing dead. I don't like the strategy. I don't care. I'm not playing dead. What's a park ranger going to come up and ask me? You know, we're going to have to ask you to leave the park, sir. Seems like you're confusing the bears. I'm not doing it. I'm not playing dead. I don't care. I don't like the strategy. Here's what I'm going to do if I see a grizzly. I'm going to calculate the distance between me and the grizzly. Then I'm going to calculate the distance between me and my car.
Right.
Or me and a cliff I can jump off of. Or me and a guy I can beat in a race.
Right.
And when I run by him, I'm going to tell him, play dead.
Fred Klett and the strategy for dealing with a bear. You may want to check that with the park ranger before you use that technique. When we come back, we have the candidates for Miss England in the news. We have a rescue in Boston Harbor. We got a zookeeper dressing up as an ostrich.
And a beer snake.
And a
beer snake.
What's a beer snake?
What is a beer snake?
A beer snake. When I tell you, you'll go, oh, that's a beer snake.
And also, comedian Greg Hahn will be joining us. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Are you a computer geek?
No. I see, I didn't grow up with computers. That's why children have the advantage. They slip out the womb. They're born with a password.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you look at the ultrasound, you see the sex of the child whose internet provider is going to be.
So you're an email guy then?
Oh, no. Well, I check my email. I never get real emails. They're all junk. I got a junk box, and the junk box is like, look, we don't even have time to sort out this stuff. And it's all burn DVDs, lose weight, consolidate debt, and then be like, young teen sluts, whores, triple X. Thousands of it. And then I got a weird one in the middle that says, do you need a birdhouse? And I actually got that. And I'm like, who's the birdhouse guy? And then every day I get this email. Jim, do you want to enlarge your penis?
Yep.
And how did I get on the small Willy email list? That is the real problem.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 hours. No, 20. 7 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Greg Hahn on the way this morning. He was here on Friday, stopping back by again today. He'll be on the road later in the fall with Willie Griswold, including Thursday, October 6th at Memorial Auditorium in Burlington, Iowa. Friday, October 7th, the Diamond Joe Casino in Dubuque, Iowa. And Saturday, October 8th, the Olympic Theater in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It's an Iowa tour with Greg Hahn and Willie Griswold coming up in early October. Set your calendar, get your tickets now. Check out greghahn.com for all your tickets and information. Burlington, Dubuque, and Cedar Rapids. Greg Hahn and Willie Griswold coming to your neighborhood again Thursday, October 6th, 7th, and 8th. And you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. A fuel leak has interrupted NASA's launch countdown for its new moon rocket. Thunderstorms delayed the start of fueling early today at Florida's Kennedy Space Center. The operation finally got underway an hour late, but a hydrogen fuel leak cropped up in the same area that saw seepage during a dress rehearsal in April. NASA has just 2 hours today to launch the 322-foot rocket on its first test flight with an empty crew capsule bound for lunar orbit. The Defense Ministry reports one of 3 Dutch soldiers wounded in a shooting outside a hotel in downtown Indianapolis over the weekend has died. The soldier, whose identity was not released, was one of 3 members of the Dutch Commando Corps who were shot and wounded early Saturday around 3:30 a.m. in downtown Indianapolis after what local police believe was a disturbance outside the hotel where they were staying. And in Nebraska, they're trying to determine who released 16 million gallons of water by opening a dam on an irrigation channel one night this month, and why. The head of the irrigation district that runs the nearly 48-mile-long Cambridge Canal discovered the problem August 14th. They showed the flow of water in the canal had dropped by half overnight, so he scrambled to notify farmers, replenish the canal from a reservoir upstream before calling the sheriff. He estimates the missing water was worth about $2,600. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
The Space Shuttle astronauts are halfway through their 7-day research mission. Endeavour is expected to become an orbiting maternity ward today when frog eggs that were fertilized earlier in the mission start to hatch. Now
we are scheduled to hook up with Commander Thompson. We should hook up right now, I believe.
Hello, Houston.
They're speaking with Bob and Tom. Hello, Endeavour.
Hello, Spaceship Earth. This is Captain Thompson.
Hey, Captain, how are you?
Captain, how are you?
We're doing great. We do a lot of experiments up here.
Yeah, we're just reading about the one involving the frog.
The South African clawed frogs. The eggs are about to hatch any moment now, aren't they?
Very excited. As a matter of fact, it looks like they might be hatching about now.
Oh, good.
You people might be the first ones on Earth to hear what's going on.
Well, great.
There they come.
This is exciting.
Some little critter coming out of there. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, God! Oh, help me! Oh,
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Hunting is huge in Michigan. I don't want to upset any hunters because generally they're very well armed. But I am not a hunter. I don't get the deer hunting thing. I don't understand it. Mainly for this reason. I think it's unfair. The deer hunting season coincides with the deer mating season. Everyone know that? The deer just trying to hook up.
Yeah.
That's not fair. I mean, picture yourself. You're at a bar. It's late at night. Last call. You're sitting there. Somebody sneaks up behind you dressed as a chair.
Right.
Shoot you in the head.
That's not fair.
It's not fair at all.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
.com coming up. Mummy news.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hello.
Oh, Josh bringing it today. There's Ace Cosby at the track phone hotline hot phone. Willie Griswold's here.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Yeah, if you've been here and are not just joining us, but if you've been listening the last 20 minutes,
Yeah?
someone just wrote, Josh's jokes are going over like a lead balloon.
A Leadville balloon is what should have been.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
You're not helping. What's good we were talking about?
No, it's clear that none of you want me here this morning. It made it abundantly clear.
That's not true. It's not true. We've enjoyed your how to get rid of a bear. Once again, you're supposed to do what?
I don't know if I even want to do it. No, of course. If you see a bear, you're supposed to go, blah, ha, fwee.
Works every time.
They run away. No matter what the bear.
Okay. Coming up, comedian Greg Hahn will be joining us.
I'm glad Willie's here. Willie, do you know what a beer snake is?
I have no idea what a beer snake is.
Okay, well, Saturday, the college football
Oh, I know what the beer
season,
snake...
Right. It more or less started, in Dublin, Ireland, and Northwestern wins 31-28 on Saturday.
In Ireland.
Dublin, Ireland. So
Over whom?
Northwestern Wildcats beat Nebraska 31-28.
Okay.
I think
Nebraska's lost like 7 in a row.
Anyway, you're not helping. We're going to fight at Sunday night, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, beer snake is when you get beers at a stadium and you start stacking them on top of each other.
Oh, the empty cups?
And then they snake their way up through the crowd. Well, in Dublin, Ireland, they had a beer snake, and I sent you, I think there's a video of it. They had from the lower level to the upper level, the beer snake. And I found out, where did they get all these beers? That's a lot of beers. Also in Dublin, where Nebraska and Northwestern played.
You didn't say that.
They had a problem with the credit card system, and they are all credit cards at the stadium. They could not accept payments for beers for 2 hours.
Oh, my God.
So wisely, they decided, we're just going to give the beer away. Yeah. And that's what they did. Of course, they put a limit on how many you could take.
Okay.
But
wow.
And the resulting beer snake.
It looks like a fire hose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is being passed down from the field all the way up the steps.
And I don't know how long it took them, but it was from the upper level from the lower level to the upper level. And when it reached the upper level, the cheers were deafening.
It looks like a giant fire hose.
And the cups were like kind of a milky white and red. And they go,
I can't imagine you'd have any way of knowing this. This is such a my dad question. Do we know if the fans were primarily expatriates, if you will? Were they American?
That's what someone said on a report I saw, too. It was like, further intensifying the reputation of Americans, drunken idiots all across the world. Because, evidently it was Nebraska and Northwestern fans, but primarily Nebraska fans were responsible for the beer snake, as far as the video I could see. A lot of red and white in where the beer snake was hissing from.
Alcohol? Ireland?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Wow, it
was the longest thing. I couldn't believe that. It was amazing.
Well, you see this at like Wrigley, for example, but the bleachers, that's only like 10 rows. It's not a whole stadium.
Yeah, the lower level, from like the middle of the lower level to the upper level. It's snaked up. Yeah.
All right. Now, coming up, we have...
That's why you can't take Americans anywhere.
A special request, Pat, for the new feature starring Pat Godwin, which is the Paul Lynde joke of the day.
Like line of the day, probably.
Are you ready?
Type. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let me get Paul ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Peter, what's his name?
Peter
Marshall is not ready. Just a
second. Is he actually walking out? I know it's been a rough morning and a lot of response to. Okay, do you want to do a news story while I stall here?
My beer snake was my big.
That was your big closer.
My big closer was
okay.
The fact
Christy, do you want to give me the teaser?
The Americans.
Coming up, we have dancing in front of the police.
Fun?
Well, it's not fun when you go to jail. Also, we have NASA in the news. We have the Artemis rocket going off in a couple hours,
All right.
hopefully. But we also have another NASA story coming up. And we have a father and son clinging to a cooler that were rescued out of Boston Harbor.
Okay, now, I believe we're ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Paul Lynde.
Oh, sorry. Well, I didn't know they were both on there. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Paul Lynde.
Oh, sorry, this is an intro. My fault. Here we go.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice?
Mr. Paul Lynde.
Here he is with his jokes.
It's not that deep.
Paul Lynde, Center Square. Paul, what is a good reason for pounding meat?
Loneliness.
So far, he's out in front, Ace. I don't know. Pretty good.
Very nice. By the way, apparently you can go online and there are many of those Hollywood Square moments.
Oh, sure.
With Paul Lynde that you can observe. Thank you to Bob in Northwood, Iowa for requesting.
There are
that.
some that I swear the censors must have been asleep at the switch when they were doing these.
Right? That and Match Game. My goodness.
kidding.
You go back and watch those. It's like, woo.
Well, now we have Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News desk because we have apparently completed sports. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay, Christy, what have you got over there?
A judge in Michigan was given the opportunity to drive a car for the first time, but the judge is blind. Judge Richard Bernstein of the Michigan Supreme Court drove a car on a dirt track at the Genesee County Fairgrounds with 100 people watching. Sheriff Chris Swanson was in the passenger seat giving directions and encouragement. The 47-year-old Bernstein said, quote, "I've always wanted that feeling of what it's like to hit the gas or what it's like to turn on the ignition and what it's like to operate a steering
Did you
wheel."
see this?
I did not see it.
Oh, it's great. The dog could barely keep up. But
Really?
leash
Had
out
the leash
window.
attached to the bumper,
Yeah,
did
no,
he?
I was just concerned because he was trying to text and drive. And, what a bitch.
Well, but justice
texting in Braille.
Justice is blind, right?
He said it was great.
Yep.
The feel of the speed, the wind through his hair, the screams of the pedestrians. It was all just a wonderful experience.
Now, if it had been Al Pacino driving, what would he have been screaming?
Hoo-ah!
I ain't even started.
I'm in the dark here.
Give me all you got.
Suppose that a blind person, when they're driving, do they sway their body like Stevie Wonder singing? Is it?
What?
Well, first off, Stevie Wonder's not actually blind. Second,
Yeah, we've seen him driving. Haven't you seen the video?
What's the sheriff in the Blazing Saddles when he shows up? The judge looks at him and goes, "You're on your own." That's what I felt like saying to you when you swaying in the front seat. Yeah.
Well, that's fun. This guy must not have a lot of friends.
Why do you say that?
Why would you say that?
I mean, there are parking lots everywhere you could do this in, right? On Saturday, you go to some junior high school. There's nobody there.
He has a lot of friends. They just like their cars.
Yeah, they don't want him driving it.
They made a big event. Everyone wanted to watch. It's pretty cool.
Okay, that maybe they should do that every week at the Demolition Derby. Have a contest only open to folks that are blind, never can drive. Sure, wouldn't it be fun?
Man.
No, because they probably all end up out by the fence or something. They wouldn't be able to see the. Well,
No, but
I
you've
guess
got
you
someone
could
And
hear 'em.
giant bumper cars.
You've got someone in the car going, "Okay, turn the wheel this way, turn the wheel that way. Take your foot off."
So they
Take your foot off the.
so they aren't blind at all. Then
No, the passenger is telling
you
them.
don't
what
have
to do.
passengers.
He wants a passenger, he's saying.
Yeah, no passenger in the Demolition Derby. You start 6 identically prepared blind guys, and you start the race. That's a Demolition Derby.
That would be fun.
So this judge is blind.
Yeah.
If you were a bailiff for a blind judge, wouldn't you have fun with replacing his gavel with different things? Like a squeaky toy. Order in the court. Break it.
Yeah, I bet that'd go over once.
Yeah, that'd be very fun.
Well, what's he going to do?
Fire you?
Hide from it. You can't see me. You can't find me, Judge. I'm over here. I'm over here.
That's not how fire. It's not Marco Polo. You can just fire the guy. You don't need to catch him.
No. Right now, I want to talk to Josh about all these gigs he's got coming up. That's right, Josh Arnold on the road. He is going to be in Toledo, Ohio, once again, October 7th and 8th at the Funny Bone. Now, when are you recording another album?
Yeah. Yep. Later on that month.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now I know that you're.
What are you, the Neil Young of comedy? Will you just put an album out?
It's the first one. Yeah, I've never recorded an album, so we'll do it.
Oh, you recorded one. You just never released it.
Yeah. Didn't really. Didn't.
Is there a problem? Let me ask. Is there a problem with the producer? Is that the problem? You can tell me.
No, there's no problem with the producer.
Okay, sorry.
Fine album. I think you should have put it out. The point is, when you're on the road, how do you save money on gas, Josh?
With the incredible app known as Upside. Look, you buy gas, you need to know about Upside. It's that simple. Some of our listeners have already earned over $200, $400, even as much as $1,000 using Upside. Use promo code Bob and Tom for 25 cents per gallon or more on your first fill up. That's cash back, baby. Stop paying full price at the pump. Well, you're going to pay full price, but you're going to get money back because you're using Upside. It's easy, it's real cash, and that cash adds up. In fact, 1 million bones cash back is being earned by users each week. You can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other loyalty program or credit card reward, and it's available at businesses all over the U.S., 30,000 plus total businesses, including those big-name brands and gas stations you know and love, as well as some of your favorite local businesses. Use promo code Bob and Tom when you download the Upside app to get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first tank. That's code Bob and Tom on the Upside app.
Thank you very much. There's no downside to Upside, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at the video of this blind judge who's being, he's driving around at this racetrack. I think it's kind of unfortunate. I didn't realize that there's not a passenger. He has to sit on the guy's lap like a little kid.
Oh, yeah, that's not very dignified.
Boner.
Not all that dignified at all.
That's right. The sheriff got a boner.
Okay.
Classic case. The sheriff got a bone.
Maybe I made that part up.
How many times?
Sorry.
Seen that,
Sorry. Let's see the guy parallel park now. Okay. I bet he can do it better than I can. I tried to parallel park this weekend, Christy.
And how'd it go?
I gave up.
Oh.
Were you in that car that you're driving, the gray one? Well, that is a really long car, too, by the way.
I don't know.
I parallel parked Friday night, and after I shot my mouth off, I thought I was pretty good, but I messed it up because I was hang on, let me get this straight. The car that I was parallel, I was on the opposite side of what I'm normally, and it threw me off completely.
Anyone understand a word he said?
No.
Okay, good. When we come back, we're not going to ask for brandy. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Hey, we told you about Greg Hahn being on the road in Iowa coming up in October with Willie Griswold. This weekend, Donnie Baker on the road at Zanies in Nashville, Tennessee, Wednesday through Thursday, September 1st. You have nearly a week to check out Donnie Baker on stage in Nashville, Tennessee. DonnieBaker.com for more tickets and information. And Greg Warren is going to be on the road at Zanies in Rosemont, Illinois, coming up Thursday, September 1st through Saturday, September 3rd in Reno Collier at Comedy Off Broadway in Lexington, Kentucky, Thursday, September 1st through Saturday, September 3rd. That's a look at who's on the road when. It's all available at bobandtom.com. And for those various folks, DonnieBaker.com, JoshArnold.com, GregWarrenComedy.com. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Rory McIlroy is the FedEx Cup champion for the third time. He stormed from a record-tying 6 shots behind to win the championship and capture the $18 million prize. Scotty Scheffler second. Austin Dillon avoided a massive wreck in the rain to win at Daytona International and snag a playoff spot in the Cup Series regular season finale. And from the NFL, the Washington Commanders say rookie running back Brian Robinson Jr. shot twice during an attempted robbery or carjacking. The 23-year-old Alabama player taken to the hospital with what the team called non-life-threatening injuries. Little League World Series, Hawaii got back-to-back home runs, and they win 13-3 in just 4 innings Sunday to win the Little League World Series in South Williamsport. Major League Baseball yesterday, interleague action, Arizona, Minnesota, and Kansas City win. American League winners, Tampa Bay, the Angels, Houston, Detroit, Seattle, and Oakland. And in the National League, the Dodgers, Washington, Pittsburgh, Colorado, Milwaukee, and St. Louis all win. Last 2 preseason games yesterday, the Jets beat the Giants, and Pittsburgh beat Detroit. And the WNBA playoffs semifinals, Seattle wins, beating Las Vegas 76-73. And the Sun of Connecticut beating Chicago 68-63. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hello and welcome to Spit Take Theater. This week's Spit Take Theater presentation, The Important Meeting.
Hello, Jenkins here.
Mr. Jenkins, this is Phil Johnson.
Phil, glad you called.
Good morning. I'm not going to be able to make it into work today. I'm sick.
You what?
I'm sorry. I just can't make it into work today. I'm sick.
No, Johnson, listen. I got a phone call last night.
Yeah?
I talked to the client.
Uh-huh.
Today's the big presentation.
Today?
Yeah, today. It's going to be big.
Oh, I can't make it into work today. I'm sick.
Johnson, this is the big presentation. Besides that, frankly, you don't sound sick to me.
Oh, yeah? I'm sleeping with my dad. Is that sick enough for you?
This has been Spit Take Theater. Join us next week for another edition of Spit Take Theater.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Greg Fitzsimmons has joined us in the studio. You're a New Yorker.
Yeah.
How's that going?
New York's good. Not bad. It's a strange place because no matter where you work or what you do, you come in contact with freaks. I worked at a gas station for a couple of years, and the guy I worked with, strange man, former porno movie star from the 70s.
Really?
Yeah, he'd get confused every time he'd fill the tank. Halfway through, he'd pull it out and spray it all over the car. We lost a lot of good petrol.
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control, more or less.
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. Will you say something?
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin.
I was sucking on something. Leave me alone.
Wait a minute.
alone.
Hang on a second.
Guys, behave yourselves.
Wait a minute. Let's go back over there.
That's why you were late.
I see. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and Tom, we have a special guest returning.
I can't help but notice. And ordinarily, I always say the same thing about this guest. He's always wearing a crisp, clean shirt. Today is an exception.
What happened?
It's comedian Greg Hahn.
What's wrong with his
It's a
shirt?
beautiful shirt.
That's a beautiful shirt.
Was it
man.
wrinkly?
Yeah, wasn't it?
No, not at all.
Yes, it's.
No, it's what you're
It's the
seeing is the
design.
design. It's
Yeah.
not wrinkled at all.
It appears to be wrinkled.
This shirt makes a statement.
It hurts my
Oh,
eyes.
what does it say? I'm homeless.
Statement is I shop by myself. Come on.
No, I
Shirt's
was
too big.
asking
3 sizes too big. It's
We've
boxy.
known him for what, 20 years? And every time I see him, he travels. He comes in a rental car. It's never like, what did you say? That you don't like the little cars that they
The
have?
Pimento Kia. I don't want one of those.
I'm not going to get that.
Pass on that. What do you got over there? A green monster?
It's like a Dodge Charger Roadrunner 400.
right.
It's amazing.
Giant tires. You hear him coming in.
It's the Green Hornet.
It's ridiculous.
Nice. Now, what do you drive at home? Do you have a Suburban, right?
No, what do I have? I got a the big Nissan
Armada.
I
The
got
Armada.
Armada.
Oh, you had a
Yeah.
master plan back. Were you going to
What's the
control
plan?
the world? You're going to buy a big gas guzzler.
I
You're
can't
gonna-
afford.
You can't afford.
Too much house.
Get a girl pregnant.
Who's big?
You guys trying to walk through the act?
We're trying to write this bit. Give us a break. We're writing a bit.
I love it when we
No,
do
the
great
bit's
bits.
written.
The bit's written. You're remembering the bit.
Yeah, I got a huge Armada, Nissan Armada, with 1 million seats. I just look at the rear view and think, man, I got to make some friends.
He was actually talking about something you're going to be interested in. It's a Bronco, a version of the
The
Bronco.
Raptor. We got to get a Raptor. Me and Josh are going to get a Raptor. Right, Josh?
Yes.
Bronco has a version of their Bronco called a Raptor Bronco.
They're finally out. You can actually see them on the streets occasionally. Very, very nice.
I've never seen one. I've seen the Bronco.
No, I mean the Broncos. Yeah, there's the little one. What's that called? The Sport.
Sport. Yeah, no, that doesn't count.
That's not it. The real
we don't even
Broncos
look at
are
that.
finally out.
Wow, the Bronco Raptor starts at 68.5.
That's why we want some corporate gigs.
That's right.
Now, it's my understanding Greg Hahn is, boy, you got some time off here.
I do?
Your next gig is Thursday, October 6th?
No, I got some gigs before that.
Oh, okay.
I just want to advertise the Willie gigs. Willie,
Yeah,
and I
man.
tearing it
Okay.
up.
Oh, I see. Willie, that's a Thursday night in Burlington, Iowa. Then you've got Friday, October 7th in Dubuque, and then Saturday, October 8th in Cedar Rapids, all with Willie G.
Willie G tore it up last night. I almost walked out in the middle of his show and fired him. Ripping it up. Like, what's going on out there?
He had fun, man. It was a great
Almost
time.
took the microphone out of his hand. Too many laughs.
Now, Greg Hahn, also, you're going to be in Sarasota, Florida at McCurdy's.
Yeah.
Coming up the Wednesday, the 16th of November through the 19th.
And then I'll just retire because I'll be in Florida already.
All
I'm
right.
going to go to the old folks' home, age 62. Go to lunch with my teeth in backwards. I'm going to be funny. Walk around my watermelon helmet.
You have family in Florida, right?
Yeah, sure.
Who all lives there?
My mom's down there.
Yeah.
My brother's down there. Yeah, it's fun down there.
You seem to be reluctant to admit that you have actual relatives.
He actually grew up there.
Are you an uncle, Greg?
I guess so. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I've got some nieces.
Have you met any?
You know something? This is interesting because usually we try to lead him into one of his bits, he's stumped. Now, these are questions any person could answer
We're
about
just
themselves.
making conversation.
I'm not into the small talk.
It's not just his material he forgets. He forgets his relatives.
So you're telling us you're close to your nieces and nephews.
Yeah, they're great.
So
They're the
your
best.
brother has children then?
No, he doesn't have any kids. My sister has.
Oh, you have a
kids.
sister? See,
Yeah.
You only said you had a
she's
mother and a
doing great.
brother. I didn't know about the mysterious
Oh,
sister.
We know about the sister.
Sarah and Gracie, my nieces.
There
Is that
you
what they're
go.
called? They're
Yeah.
awesome. They're unbelievable.
Okay, I'll bet you're the
Yeah.
scary uncle.
Yeah, I'm kind of scary. I'm the weird uncle, I guess.
Okay, well.
No, they're geniuses. They're like geniuses. But, everybody says that, but they are.
Wow.
How old are they?
I don't know. What are they, in their 20s? One's trying to get into med school,
Okay.
Other one's
Right.
like business guru. They're brilliant.
That's great.
As
Do you
opposed
know
to
where
their uncle, master of the trampoline.
Hey, that's how to learn.
Do you know where Sarah and Gracie live?
Yeah, they're in Boston.
Okay.
Oh,
There you
Oh,
go.
right.
Now
That's
we're
right near
getting somewhere.
Sarasota. Yeah. Because didn't this whole conversation start? He was going to be in Sarasota near his family.
Yep.
So the only thing I can do is segue into the news because we have an actual news story out of Boston, Mass.
Oh, Jesus. Where's that?
Northeast.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
It kind of
Smart ass, I know we're
close to
Boston.
You're in Connecticut and you go north, you'll hit Massachusetts eventually.
I bet she was ready with the story. And
Didn't she tease it?
But
She just said we're coming back with a story about.
This
No,
is the audio.
no.
This is the audio equivalent of you riding a bicycle with someone, and you look over and take a big broomstick and throw it into their front wheel.
By the way, while Christy looks for the story,
I got it.
I just hang on a second. I had a great moment over the weekend.
Uh-huh.
I was on a walk, and a couple of the kids in the neighborhood went flying by on their bikes, and one of them actually had a thing in the spokes to make it sound.
wow! Hard. No kidding.
I love that. What a
boy! That's
great
any town USA, isn't it? That's America, ladies and
Did
gentlemen.
you bother them? Make them stop? Go, boys, let me tell you about Americana. Let me tell you about cheddar cheese on apple pie.
The 4th of July.
Norman Rockwell.
It's nice to know that they're still doing that. And unfortunately, he was using a clothespin and a Mickey Mantle original baseball card.
Yeah. It was his grandfather's Honus Wagner card.
I'm sure in your neighborhood that's true.
Father, do you have any cards I can use?
Yes.
Get one of those filthy older cards. Mickey
Father,
Mantle.
who's Henry Aaron?
Again,
Did you ever use the balloon? A kid in my neighborhood used a balloon in his spokes. And
What?
He made it go. And I don't know how he did.
They came out with a product called the Vroom Racer.
Of course.
It had a key start and everything.
Yeah, I
I
never
lost
got
my
one.
mind.
You know what we're
That's
talking
cool.
about, Greg?
Yeah.
You'd put a
On your handlebars.
you'd put a card in your
Yeah.
spokes. And
Oh, yeah, I love that. That was
No,
great. I
but
used
the
to do that.
Vroom Racer
The clothespin or
was-
something.
What is that?
You ever tape a lizard to your kite and fly it around a little bit? But you got to be careful.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I like the lizards.
Sure.
The goal is to bring him back alive.
Right.
You don't want to
He
lose
was trying to give him a ride.
because you grew up in the Space Coast.
You got to have a pilot lizard.
Yeah.
A
Imagine what
Vroom,
the lizard's thinking.
Easy on the tape. Light on the tape.
a Vroom Racer was a plastic contraption you attached to the front your
Handlebar.
handlebars.
Right.
And it had a little key in it where you
Yes.
turned the key and it went, it was a sound effect. That's all it was. That
So
was it.
cool. So
Yeah.
cool. Well,
And so you kicked that on and pedaled away, man. It was amazing. Just amazing.
okay, now are we ready with our Boston story?
Yes. The Boston Police Harbor Patrol Unit rescued a father and son who were clinging to a cooler after their lobster boat sank in Boston Harbor.
Oh, man.
Officers responded to a call of a boat taking on water near Graves Light Station. On approach, the officers only saw a small portion of the vessel Glory Days. The bow was just above water. When they got closer, they saw the two men holding onto a bobbing blue cooler. The officers pulled the 76-year-old father and his son onto the police boat before taking them to shore, where emergency medical technicians treated them for minor injuries.
Well, it was one of those Yeti coolers, so it was worth more than the boat. They're steep.
Proud of their product.
Yes. They make a great product, but my God.
It's worth it.
Hang on to the beer, son. That's kind of a fun, happy story.
No, it isn't. Their livelihood sank to the bottom of the ocean.
Clinging for life to a cooler.
Hey, listen. It's the.
This is as tragic a story as I've heard.
Millions of dollars in lobsters.
Yeah, two hard-working people.
If I'm Sam Adams, I'm giving these guys a new boat, and don't you think?
Yeah, somebody should.
Call
Why did
it
the boat
Sam
sink?
Adams.
Why did it sink?
It doesn't say why. I don't know.
I read about it over the weekend. They got fouled in their lines and their nets, and they hit the rocks.
Oh, man.
They couldn't steer the boat, and it landed in the rocks, and so they're okay.
You're right.
But you know
it
the
is
rule
sad.
when you're in a sinking ship, it's women, children, and Coleman and Yeti first. the Coleman cooler. You see, my people not familiar with actual camping or boating.
That's why it didn't work.
Okay.
Are you
Now,
mad?
any good cooler says this can also be used as a flotation device in the event that your boat sinks.
You know what's really fun about camping?
What's that?
To not camp. Check into the Marriott, take a shower, watch TV, order room service. I'm a rugged endorsement.
Now, you were in the United States Marine Corps.
Marine Corps, it's great.
Now,
Love the Marines.
Did you ever have any things in the Marines where you were camping?
Oh, yeah, you're outside all the time. It's horrible. It's great. It's great. It's the best thing I ever did.
So you're more of an indoor Marine then?
Yeah, no, I was outside a lot, but I've had enough. Don't need to do it like for recreation.
Okay.
You know, if I'm trying to close with, locate, and destroy the enemy, sure.
Yeah.
But if
we're not
it's
sit around, we're going to sit out here. It's fun.
So if you're with one of your young lady friends, perhaps you'd rather have room service and.
Well, if it rains, I can get a tent from Dick's Sporting Goods and set it up in the backyard or something like that. That's good enough.
Okay. All right. Now you live in a condo, I understand.
Yeah, I got the condo out there
in Valencia, California.
Right, trying to sell it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get the realtor that comes in. Got everything.
Yeah. Now, am I mistaken when I say I've never been to your condo, but I have seen photographs? When one first walks in, they're presented with a drum set.
Got a drum set in there. It's nice in there. It's beautiful.
I can see where the realtor would go. Maybe we should get rid of the drum set.
Right.
What do you think?
Yeah. It's just 20 miles north of a career, Valencia, California.
So, did you have your realtor come in and stage your house for you?
Yeah, and I told her to get everything out. Get it out. They try to make it look like an old lady place. You know? And people were coming and they weren't fooled. They're like, a lunatic lives here.
You got a drum set and old lady furniture.
Ping pong table upstairs.
Cool.
It's bi-level then.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bi-level, 2 stories.
That's correct.
Fun over there.
Sounds good. So is it currently for sale? I mean,
Yeah, sure.
Is your stuff back in it?
Yeah, I moved back in. You want to have fun? Move out of a place that you love, and then move back in. I tore the drum set down, put it in the garage, moved it back in, it's in the living room. Yeah, everything's good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
It's
good.
fine.
Where did you live when you weren't living there?
I don't know. I'd visit Florida. I'd go on the road.
Oh, well, that's where we have established that your family's
Yeah.
from Boston, Florida. Of course.
Boston, Florida.
That's
You
how we
remember
got to this story.
Yeah.
You know
I flew overseas. I did the big trip.
Oh, that's right. You did
that's
with
right.
Mr.
Flew over there
CK.
first class. You ever flown first class all the way over
I never
there?
have.
8 hours.
Neither.
Nice.
Oh, it's nice to get the pod.
Nice.
You get like a first class pod. You put up your flag. Little drinky poo, pod 6.
Nice.
Take the wheelchair service out to the van when you land.
Nice.
You asked for that?
Yeah, you have to.
It's a drinky poo jump, Josh.
No, I
Can you lie down in your seat then?
Yeah, sure. All the way back. Great.
Yeah, they like sleeping pods.
We went to
He's
Amsterdam.
right.
You get the first class hotel. They give you the different fragrances for your room. You know? Yeah, you sit. I said, hey, I just want to check and get my key. They're like, first, why don't you sit down? Let's talk about making you comfortable. That's what they said. And they're like, let's give you the choice of fragrances for your room. You know what they had for choices? They had, I forget exactly. It was something like gym bag, feta cheese, 10-hour truck or dead horse, whatever. But it was.
See, I stayed at a terrible hotel when I went to Amsterdam.
You did?
It was the Anne Frank. They had 12 of us in a small room.
See,
And they were like, you have to be quiet.
They made you write every night. He's been dying all morning, and now he does this. Now we're going to get letters.
It was a bad hotel.
I thought it was fun. I was ready to go there.
You always got to get the connecting.
We were all like, oh, God.
Christy, wait a minute. You know, we need I'm sorry.
What?
We need a palate cleanser. I got it over here. I got this handled. Here we go.
Rules that sexy man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Josh, you're a big fisherman. I don't know if Greg knows that.
Yeah, I'm an angler.
Why are fish so easy to weigh?
Why?
They have their own scales.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Now that is a bazooka joke. That's a bubblegum joke.
Yeah, that didn't even make humor in uniform.
No.
You got an applause from Han, and now he's writing something down.
Man knows comedy.
I like these jokes.
Open with scales.
Okay, let's see. Christy, what have you got over there?
Police in Florida have released video of a DUI suspect dancing during her road sobriety test. According to WFLA,
we're not in Florida anymore.
Pinellas County
Wait a minute.
Sheriff.
Whoa, what?
I don't know.
We are in Florida.
They are in Florida?
WFLA.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Pinellas County Sheriff's deputies responded to the scene.
It's been a long time doing this joke, okay? I know people expect it. I know people, did you hear that one this morning? I'm not into it, okay?
Maybe if it were like WCLT, then you could do something clever.
Like?
No, go ahead.
Come on, we're a cult for news.
Yeah.
No,
We're hard to
WCLT.
find.
Hard to find on your dial.
Oh, I see what angle you were going.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Pinellas County Sheriff's deputies responded to a scene of a 38-year-old woman allegedly she had rear-ended another vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
The officer apparently released some body cam footage of the administration of the field sobriety test. The deputy asked, quote, "Do you want to pay attention so I can give you the instructions?" To which the woman responds, You sound like my ballet coach. She then takes steps on the line, but loses her balance briefly and transitions into a ballet sequence, as well as a ballet Irish folk hybrid dance. I saw this video. It's worth looking at. The 38-year-old was charged with driving under the influence with property damage and refusal to submit to testing.
Is she a hottie hot?
She was attractive.
She was attractive, but it's kind of from a distance. I didn't get a close-up.
Irish face.
Yeah.
She's doing an Irish jig. Do you,
Yes,
now,
along with
do you have a
ballet.
tribute, Pat?
Yeah, I got some for you.
Okay.
If you get pulled over and you've had one or two, obey the instructions from the men in blue. Stand up straight and assume the stance. Or do what they say. It's like a little dance. Put your heel to your toe and walk a straight line. Finger to the nose and do the DUI. Sing the alphabet backwards and try not to cry. Put your hands behind your back and do the DUI. Look into the camera and face straight ahead. Stand up, then bend over and keep those ass cheeks spread. Lay on your cot in the morning, pay a fine. Walk everywhere now and do the DUI. Ride your bike into work and do the DUI.
Oh, she is. She's Pat. She's very attractive.
She is attractive, and she does dance. I mean, she's trying.
Let her go. She's fine. She's hot. She'll figure it out.
At one point, she goes, "If you're going to arrest me, arrest me." I was like,
yes, enough of this screwing around out here.
That's a very Irish attitude.
Yeah.
She's plastered. She kind of finishes the spin and then does one of these, takes like a half a step this way, then go, no, that way, no, this way. Yeah, she's, and somewhat scantily clad, I must say.
Huh.
It's Florida.
With huge boobs. Okay, good.
Do you see huge boobed ballet dancers often?
No.
Yeah.
It's honestly,
No.
it's a tragedy, and I'm starting a charity to fight it.
Are you? Yeah.
Large-breasted ballet dancers.
That throws your balance off.
Who cares?
Now, Pat, what was the part about spreading your ass cheeks? What was it?
It's part of the whole DUI dance.
Yeah.
They got to check your crevices for contraband and whatnot.
You didn't know that?
Oh,
went to
okay.
jail.
Yikes. They actually made you spread your cheeks when you went to jail?
Not for something as simple as that. I mean, if you're going to jail for a while. I was in for 14 hours.
Oh, so you didn't get the old...
No, I didn't get that.
Okay, all right.
They trusted me.
The shower and the delousing, is that what you want?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Coming up, can we have the teaser, please?
Coming up, we have a giant slide is reopened in Detroit, and a really interesting Miss England competition.
Okay, we'll find out about that. And I believe Mr. Dick Hitswater's coming. And we have comedian Greg Hahn here. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Keep us with you at all times. Get the Bob and Tom app now at your app store. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
And I'm not stupid. I know there's more to life than just sex. It's just none of those other things feel as good as sex. I mean, I love cookies.
Oh, yeah.
But if I do not have access to cookies, I will not rent a movie and watch two other people eat cookies.
Perfect stranger. Yeah. Eating cookies. No.
Nothing.
No.
How do you not think about sex? Everything on TV, sex, all the commercials, very beautiful women in all the commercials now. Doesn't even matter what the product is. It's just very sexual. Mm-hmm. And then you finally have sex, and it's kind of disappointing. Mm. Where's my Sprite, my new car? That's why I think women should have shelves next to their bed filled with prizes, depending on how well you did. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea.
Like they do at the carnival.
Sure.
They have something to shoot for, you know.
Are you going to take anything on that?
Right. I'm going to go for the Van Halen mirror tonight.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, time is starting to run out, so make sure you get entered to win. We want to give this away to one of our Bob and Tom listeners, the Beyond the Bourbon all-inclusive sweepstakes brought to you by Team Kentucky. You could win a VIP weekend pass to see that music festival, Bourbon and Beyond, at the Highland Festival grounds at the Kentucky Expo Center. Bands like Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, Chris Stapleton, and over 50 other bands. VIP passes, airfare credit, hotel accommodations, ground transportation, and more. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. Click on the Beyond the Bourbon contest to enter to win. We're going to give this away to someone. It could be you. Again, the time to enter is running out quickly till the end of the month, so just a few days left. Brought to you by Team Kentucky. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Monday. It's August 29th. Greg Hahn in studio.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. Taylor Swift took home the top prize at the 2022 MTV Video Music Awards before she closed out the show with a surprisingly big announcement, her new album. She said Sunday night that it will be called Midnight and will be released on October 21st. It will be her 10th studio album. The horror film The Invitation needed just $7 million to finish at the top of the weakest weekend of summer at the North American box office. The Sony film stars Games of Thrones actor Natalie Emmanuel as a young woman who discovers dark secrets at her family home in the English countryside. Sony also had the #2 film with Brad Pitt's Bullet Train, and finishing in third, Universal's Beast with $4.9 million. And a car driven by Princess Diana in the 1980s has sold at auction for $764,000 just days before the 25th anniversary of her death. Silverstone Auctions says there was fierce bidding for the black Ford Escort RS Turbo before the sale closed. The UK buyer, whose name was not disclosed, also paid a 12.5 buyer's premium on top of the selling price. Britain and Diana's admirers worldwide are preparing to mark a quarter century since her death. Diana drove the Escort from 1985 to 1988. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
When you need relief and you need it fast, eat a bowl of Sphincter Blast.
Hi, I'm Harry Kalanick Jr. for the new high-fiber breakfast cereal, Sphincter Blast. One 10-ounce serving contains more fiber than a log of New England birch firewood. Sphincter Blast. Some cereals shoot for the moon. We shoot for Uranus. Just say to your grocer, snap, crackle, plop. Tell him Harry Kalanick Jr. sent you and watch for my BMTV special. Harry Kalanick Jr. Unplugged. Sphincter Blast in the big brown tapered package. That's, of course, so the box won't slam shut. It may sound corny, but Sphincter Blast is hip, cool, and it's solid.
When you need relief and you need it fast, eat a bowl of Sphincter Blast.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Are you a single guy? I used to be married, but I'm divorced now. Yeah, my marriage wasn't working out. I was driving down the road one day, and my wife ripped the rear view mirror out of the windshield and beat me in the head with it.
What?
You'd have thought nobody had ever made love to her sister. what I'm talking. She was just as bad. She used to brag, I can count the number of men I've been to bed with on one hand, and then she'd do it too. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick chair. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. There's Ace Cosby.
Buddy.
Manning the track phone hotline. Hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Feeling well rested, man.
There. Extra hour. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom with a special guest.
That guest is Greg Hunt. Coming up, a special question for you, Greg Hunt.
I can't wait.
Because we know that you're a serious person. We'll look forward to that. But first, wait, can you grab that, please?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Floyd.
Hey.
I've enjoyed your serious person program.
You're very welcome, Floyd.
I also enjoy your Ace Cosby jokes of the day, you know.
Oh, good.
But I've got to ask you, does he come up with those right off the top of his head?
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's kind of like that Brett Baer when it comes to headline news. He always ends with a kicker story.
He sure does.
He's got all the tools. You know, I've never been good at telling jokes myself, but I do have a true story for you if y'all got a minute.
I'd love to hear it, Floyd.
I have to tell you about the time I went to the nervous hospital on account I was convinced there was a boogeyman living under my bed.
Oh, wow. That's horrifying.
Well, the lady psychiatrist told me I was going to need 8 sessions at $100 to fix it, of course. And being it was so expensive, I told her we'd have to pray on it. Well, she calls me about a week later and asks if I still want help with the boogeyman under my bed.
Right.
And, well, I explained how my barber already solved my boogeyman problem on account it only cost me the price of a haircut.
Oh, really? How?
Boy, she kicked the shine when I told her that, of course. She said, can I ask you what your barber told you to do about the boogeyman under your bed? I said, well, he gave me some great advice after the haircut. He just told me to cut the legs off my bed. It only took me about 5 minutes with the saw, and my boogeyman problem was solved.
Sure.
You know what kind of blade I used?
No.
What kind?
It was a coping saw.
Coping saw.
Sure.
You want me to tell it again?
That was good, Floyd. Thank you very much. Coping saw.
Y'all know what kind of blade Noah used to build his boat?
What kind?
In Arkansas.
That's fun.
Ace, I believe that's called a tag-along line.
Thank you for our tag-along.
Indeed, a tag-along line.
Very good.
Boy, this student loan debt sure has people in a huff, don't it? I'll wait up and listen to your answer.
Folks on both sides of that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was very helpful, Floyd. Serious question for our guest, comedian Greg Hunt is here with us.
All right.
Now, first off, so far, Greg, you've been unable to answer how many members of your family exist. You don't know where they live.
So far.
You don't know their names, their geographical location. That's all okay. Do you know where your next gig is?
I have to think about it for a while.
Okay, good. This is because you come in the show to plug these gigs.
I got corporate shows all the time. Corporate shows.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Okay.
And then we're going on the road, me and Willie.
We have a super fun little run in Iowa.
We're doing New Year's Eve over there, too.
October 6th, Thursday night, Burlington, Iowa, at the Burlington Memorial Auditorium. Then it's Dubuque's Diamond Joe Casino with Greg Hunt and Willie. Friday, October 7th. Saturday, the 8th of October, Cedar Rapids. The Olympic Theater with Willie. Those will be some great shows.
Well, I wonder what the world will be like in October. Boy, that's something.
Okay, good.
I'm sure we'll all have COVID-23 or whatever.
Oh, come on. Positive.
Tom, sometimes Willie and I do shows together.
Do you?
And one of our good friends, Nate Berger, who writes it often, he came up to me after the show and he said, I have a name for a tour that you and Willie can do.
Yes.
Okay, you, Josh Arnold, and Willie Griswold. What would it be called?
And I thought that you would like this.
Okay, well, go ahead. What is it?
Weed and Feed.
Bravo. Hi. Why are we?
And I said, Nate, that's too good. I'm going to have to tell Tom. He's going to lose his mind.
My God. I see T-shirts. I see. I see tote bags.
That is so funny. The Weed and Feed tour.
Chick, have you heard how my dad came to the show on Saturday that Josh and I were doing?
I did. Yeah, I did.
And my dad goes, I could Josh, if you know, I could bring you up if you'd like. And you know my dad, when the man gets behind the mic, he starts freestyling.
Oh, yeah. He can't help it.
40 minutes later.
The people get inspired. He didn't go too long. It was great, but there was a few off-color jokes, maybe. And I forget what it was at one point. I think a woman was from Tennessee, and you asked her
you can't say that on the radio.
if she was sleeping with her brother or something.
I mean, there may have been some
And then
sound
Josh and I just made eye contact, like, what is he going to say next?
No, it was at the last minute. Eddie had to go get a mic stand. We had. I said, "Who's going to intro you?" There was no intro, so I did a real quick intro.
Yeah, it was nice.
I've never introduced my son Willie on stage. It was great.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah.
We had a good time.
It was a lot of fun.
I was so
great
close
people.
to coming to that show. It's right by my house, more or less. And,
Yeah, it is.
Well, you could have. I tell you, with the way the parking was, you could have just walked from your house.
No kidding.
It would have been closer.
All right. Okay. I thought there'd be a little
After
problem.
I walked the 3 miles in, I found out they had valet parking.
You know what would
Put the sign outside.
You know what would do away with that problem is like your son and I think everyone in this room, get a driver.
Oh,
yep.
Have Artie drop you off at the door.
If you've got a parking lot that's kind of around the bend, you put a sign at the front going.
And
valet.
then
I think you're right. They would have made more money valeting
if they
people
put the sign, because
there are 100 cars parked before you get to the valet sign. Yeah,
and it's around this field.
Right,
so
right.
Just trying to tell you. You're going to look at me one of these days and go, man, I wish I'd hired a driver.
No,
That sounds like a horrible, foreboding story, doesn't it?
Greg Hahn.
Yeah.
Serious question for you, sir.
I'm doing the Comedy Magic Club on Saturday.
Oh, that's world famous.
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's in
Hermosa
Hermosa Beach.
Oh, that's right.
All right,
the
that's
cheese
enough
beach.
questions.
Jerry writes, good morning. Good morning, gentlemen, and you, the lovely Christy Lee.
Oh.
I need some suggestions from Mr. Greg Hahn. I have a job interview this morning. Help me out.
Just walk in and say, I hate it here. They're going to say, you start Monday. You say, see you Tuesday. I hate it here, so what's the rush? Tell me about yourself. I've got pink eye and my foot's asleep. I've got matching silverware for the plate in my head. I collect ointment. I enjoy trash can fires. You're not serious about that sexual harassment nonsense, are you? I'm prone to injury, so bring on the benefits. I got a huge temper, zero concentration. I love booze. I hate teamwork, and I never tell the truth. How long is this interview? I'm getting burned out.
Well, that was certainly helpful.
Yeah.
Jerry, good luck with your job interview today.
Go get him, buddy.
You want to use all of those things. Christy, I need the teaser, please.
Coming up, we have some NASA news. We have a pageant. I know how you love pageant stories. And do you have kids that listen to music while they're studying? I've always been concerned about this because my kids were big on it. And I thought, how could this be a good thing? Turns out it is.
It sounds like they're having a good time up there. I'll put a stop to this.
No.
She said.
How you concentrate while there's music going on.
That was my Christy mom voice.
Sometimes when I'm getting the news ready, I'll listen to something and
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Maybe a Carlos Santana.
No, you don't listen to the news.
Something relaxing like John Philip
Listen
Sousa?
to a live whipping post. It goes on for 47 minutes.
Of course, this is the a Norway version. It's never been heard by only 9 different people.
Dwayne's on slide.
Pat will walk in.
You know, he used a Corsetin bottle. You know, you can't find those anywhere. You know, you can't find them. No.
Well,
They changed the bottle.
Drove his roommate crazy practice.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Pat will walk in, and I'll be listening to, I don't know, maybe the Association, a little bit of...
No.
I hope that's true.
Last week, I came in and he was listening to that song.
That's how you relax in the morning?
Oh, yeah, a little bit of Enter the Young by the Association. That's a great song.
No,
you ever heard
it's not.
Enter the Young?
No, I like Hammerhead from Jeff Beck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a little bit of, maybe a little bit of Freeway Jam.
Yeah. That's great stuff.
Back. Okay, yeah, no, I love the Association.
Is Beck Beck's hanging on to that hair, isn't he? Jeff Beck? Is he hanging on
that
to
black helmet of hair?
Yeah, the Christopher Guest hairdo and Spinal Tap. He still has that, right?
Yeah. He's still great, though. We can play with the best of them. When we come back,
get a haircut,
we'll hear a little bit of the Association. How about that? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. The first time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide. And get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, thanks a lot for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. You can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel anytime, even right now at this very moment as we speak. As a matter of fact, some of you may be hearing my voice right now through our YouTube channel. We thank you for watching, for listening, and for being here to support us, the Bob and Tom Show. If you're not sure how to find our show on YouTube, ask any 10-year-old. Just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show. It's just that easy. And you're listening to Bob and Tom on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Monday morning. A mint condition Mickey Mantle baseball card is sold for $12.6 million. You heard me. It's blasting into the record books as the most expensive ever paid for a piece of sports memorabilia. The rare Mantle card eclipsed the record posted a few months ago. $9.3 million for the jersey worn by Diego Maradona when he scored the controversial Hand of God goal in soccer's 1986 World Cup. The escalating records are part of a growing market for sports memorabilia that's taken off as people cocooned themselves during the pandemic. One part nostalgia, one part financial opportunity. A fuel leak has interrupted NASA's launch countdown for its new moon rocket. Thunderstorms delayed the start of fueling early Monday at Florida's Kennedy Space Center. The operation finally got underway an hour late, but a hydrogen leak cropped up in the same area that saw seepage during a dress rehearsal last April. NASA has just 2 hours on Monday to launch the 322-foot rocket on its first test flight with an empty crew capsule bound for lunar orbit. It's the most powerful rocket ever built by NASA, outmuscling even the Saturn V rocket that carried astronauts to the moon a half-century ago. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I told Pat what I tell ladies on a first date. I got no money. I got bad credit. I'm not good in bed, and I'm very selfish. And if you don't like it, next, go talk to Godwin. That way, a year from now, I don't have to hear, I didn't know you were such a loser. Yeah, you did.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning radio all day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hi, I'm Bert.
And I'm Ellie.
And we're proud to announce our new breakfast treat, Bert and Ellie's Muffin.
The Bert and Ellie muffin is delicious. But don't take our word for it. Here's our spokesperson, Eddie Van Halen.
Hey, thanks, man. Hi, Eddie Van Halen here. You know, I love munching on Bert and Ellie's muffin. In fact, I was just telling my wife, Valerie, Bert and Ellie's muffin is the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. Man, this is finger-licking good.
I bet.
This muffin is so good. I just can't keep it to myself. I suggest you eat Bert and Ellie's muffin today. Pick one up on your way home, dude, or stop by Bertinelli's spot the next time you eat out. Look for the big pink smiling lips downtown next to the Y.
Thanks, Eddie.
I can't stop mowing down on this thing. Wow.
Eat all you want, Eddie. We'll make more.
Bertinelli's Muffin. Come by and shove one in your face today. Hey, we'll leave the stereo on for you, and we'll turn it up real loud so you can hear it.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Eyebrow dandruff. That's disgusting. Is that a thing?
I'm not proud of it.
Why would you bring that up on the air?
I didn't. It was Christy did. It was said in confidence off the air.
Yeah.
Don't ever say eyebrow dandruff in front of a potential lover.
Oh,
no.
Hey, look, ladies. If I'm on top, you might get sprinkled on.
Well,
Let it snow.
if you're on top, I'll just let everybody else finish that.
Oh, I see. If you're on top, you got about eight seconds to live. Is that it?
I wouldn't say 8.
If you're on top, Godspeed to your ribs, ladies. Is that what we're getting at?
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tell him he's enter.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Professional broadcaster Chick McGee here.
You're the one in the room.
There's Christy Lee, also a professional. She's at the news desk.
Thank you.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Troubadour in the performance room. And there's Josh Arnold, or as we call him, old half-ass. Here he is.
I don't know. I'm telling you, something happened 2.5 weeks ago. I don't know what it is.
Oh, it'll come out in the book. There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Oh, half-ass, man.
I'm Chick McGee. And Tom, we have a special guest.
We do. He is comedian Greg Hahn, and he's here with us. You can see Greg coming up this weekend in Hermosa Beach, California.
It's true.
And Greg is selling his condo in Valencia. Do you want to give us a number? What's
$795.
Whoa.
That's steep.
Whoa.
It is? All right, $775.
Do you get to keep the drums?
If you want them, yeah, sure. Keep the couch, drums.
How many bedrooms are we talking?
I don't know, 2 in a loft.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Oh, sure, whatever.
Where do you sleep? You sleep in the loft?
I sleep in the main bedroom.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's nice.
Sometimes in the loft. Depends how sleepy I am.
Okay.
I could possibly make it to the
But there I was in Romania.
Yeah?
Right? Because I travel the world. This is my travel show.
Sure.
There I was in Romania. I dated a gypsy fortune teller. True story.
Yeah.
She told me my wallet was going to disappear.
Oh, boy.
Came true.
Wow. And now, by request, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of the association.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good. The whole song. This is great.
Here they come. Here they come.
Is there a reason we're not trying to wake the baby right
Yeah,
now?
no kidding. What is it?
It's the long version.
Oh, I got the short version if you'd rather have that.
Well, we were just like the one we can hear.
Okay,
How about the one we can hear? Yeah.
Here we go. Here it is. Here it is.
And he's right. He's right.
Now, the phrase is "enter the young." This is from the 60s. Right now, entering the young is certainly problematic, I think.
You're really
He's a man.
Enter the young.
You like this, Greg?
Got a swing to it.
Oh, it's all these.
It's awful.
What about the tambourine? You don't like that?
It says 7 plays on Spotify.
I practice 5 hours a day.
You know, you've never heard anybody go, man, listen to the tambourine in this song. Man.
Doing
Subtle.
something.
It's very good. Very good. Now, Josh's band, the Consensuals, would never do that song.
No.
But yeah.
The Consensuals? That's your band?
Well, according to Tom, that's my band. You think I had anything to do with naming my own band?
We should go on tour. Got my band, Hold the Relish.
Oh, they're still together?
Oh. Now, once again, the new tour with Willie and Josh, the Weed and Feed tour.
Yes, thank you, Nate, for that suggestion.
That is just a great idea. T-shirts. It's a lot of merch.
How about a T-shirt with a lawn and there are 2 flowers coming out of the Weed and Feed, of course, and the flowers. Josh is the flower face and Willie's a flower face. Would they
have to be marijuana buds?
Well, there'll be marijuana in there, yes, of course, and maybe a big cookout with 20, 30 brats on a grill. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Okay.
I haven't worked in an ad agency forever.
How about a guy dressed like a pizza?
Yes, a guy dressed like a pizza. They could come to the show dressed as their favorite food.
Like Buffett fans. He's got the parrot
buffet
heads.
fans, I think you mean.
What would you be? What would your fans be called?
Josh
Josh?
heads?
That was good.
I don't know. I don't. See, here's the thing. You can ask me all you want.
It won't matter.
No.
You're going to name them.
Whenever you go, Josh, what do you think? What do you think, Tom? That's essentially
I didn't hear what you said. What was it?
You said like Buffett fans. I said buffet fans because fat people go to buffet.
Oh, buffet? Yeah.
That's the joke. It's fun when you explain.
It's a
your
great
jokes.
joke.
Yeah, after you do them.
Okay, well.
No, you wouldn't have to explain it had I didn't hear it.
I feel like Willie just asked Josh for the car, Tom for the car on Saturday night, and he said no. Yeah, that's fun when you explain jokes.
Christy Lee's got the stripes on today.
Yes. Greg and I are kind of dressed alike in our navy and
you
white
look foxy.
stripes.
You look great.
Oh, thank you. We have some news that I find interesting. You know how I love animals. Staff at a zoo in Thailand are taking an unusual approach to an escaped animal training drill. A zookeeper at the Chiang Mai Zoo donned an ostrich costume complete with a towering bird neck strapped to his head and ran amok on the property. He was successfully pinned down with a fishing net by fellow staffers.
That's because he can't run 40 miles an hour like an ostrich. What a stupid thing to do.
The zoo said the drill provided preparation for, quote, managing a real situation.
And it really got the lions riled up.
And included measures to control animal emergencies as well as guidelines to follow in such situations.
Yeah, I have him dress up like the masturbating monkey. That'll get the kids upset. What's that guy doing?
He's doing what a monkey does, honey. Now let's go get some Dippin' Dots.
I loved it. They do keep the ice cream of tomorrow.
The future.
The future.
You jerk.
Tomorrow's the future. Last time I checked.
That's not the slogan. You piece of crap.
The way that you just spun out of being wrong.
Oh,
this is amazing.
The man knows how to wag the dog.
If there are parallel universes or realities, this is the only reality where you haven't been the White House press director since Nixon. I mean, it's insane the way that you can get out of things.
What's that guy's name? Ron
Ziegler.
Ron Ziegler. Pat?
Yes, sir?
Do you have an ostrich song?
The Zookeeper song?
Yeah.
In disguise? I do, yeah. Hey. Zookeeper in disguise, dressed like Big Bird, an 8-foot-tall ostrich, hiding from the herd. The lion says you're mine tonight. Zookeeper in disguise forgot to take off his glasses. It was just a little test. A plan that went awry. The ostrich in glasses is obviously that zookeeper guy. Like that scene in The Revenant, zookeeper in disguise with gashes.
Oh, man,
I love that song.
The Revenant.
Oh. Remember this one?
So this is what we do now. We do the parody, and then we play the...
This is a great song.
It is. Is it? Yeah, I genuinely love this song.
As soon as I'm able to hear it, here.
See that psychedelic part?
Man.
What?
Judy in disguise. Well, that's what you are.
Who does this song?
John Fred and the Playboy Band.
Wow.
Yeah, Judy in disguise.
I like that song.
Bren with glasses.
Yes.
I
With
will.
glasses.
I can actually remember this moment. I was in.
It's still buzzing and playing.
Sorry. I was in Mr. Mallon's English class.
Oh God!
And he was going over right when the song was hit. He was going over this Shakespearean play, and he was going all these people. So and so was in disguise. So and so was in disguise. And the guy sitting next to me, Alan Kitchler, goes, Judy in disguise, got kicked out of class. And I'm thinking, come on, man, that was great. Alan had a Zippo lighter in the 8th grade.
Oh, man.
How cool is that?
Hey,
what a rebel.
He's what the ladies called a bad boy.
Alan had a subscription to Playboy magazine.
Oh, that Alan.
and a Zippo lighter in the 8th grade.
Good for him.
Every mother's nightmare. Old Alan.
And every dad's pride and joy.
Oh, boy.
Alan probably runs a major corporation now. I haven't seen him for
Rebels and Zippo open, it was party time. Yes, sir.
Oh, the sound that makes when you flip open.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing like it.
Yep.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh, Alan.
He was
we
allowed
hardly
to
knew
bring the Zippo lighter to school.
Oh, no, that's the thing about Alan. Oh,
He was a badass.
Rebel in
You
a
think
sweater.
Alan gave it to him?
If he was allowed to do it, he didn't do it. And if it was against the rules, he did it.
Are there any more cooler sounds? The Zippo lighter, the racking of a shotgun, that's a cool sound.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, yeah. And then
Sopranos theme song. That's pretty cool.
that's true.
There's a Zippo lighter in one of the famous Bob and Tom pieces that's great. It's the Halloween piece.
We'll be playing that soon.
Where the guy's not answering the phone. And although you hear
The
this
door,
Zippo,
yeah.
Then you hear this whoosh, which is the sound that I love that sound. Whenever I light my grill, I get that.
You've got the gas turned up too high.
No, I use the squirter stuff and the
That's
charcoal.
right. I forgot.
I don't like the gas. No, thank you.
Okay, whatever.
What do you make of the grill? A little pork shoulder butt?
Last night we did salmon and some ribeyes. Should have come over.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I invited Willie over, but
I had a show. You knew I had a show.
I would have come over, but I was not invited or knew about it. So
sorry. Okay.
all
Anyways, it's Judy in Disguise by John Fred and the Playboy Band.
Exactly what Chick said.
But I mean, he didn't know about Alan Kitchler in the Zippo lighter.
Oh, who knew about Alan? Rebel in a sweater.
Do you want to hear some more?
We're already late.
Yeah.
We are? Oh, sorry. Oh, we're late? Okay, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm late. I have a doctor's appointment, in fact. Get moving.
All right.
Well, I'll do this in quiz form. Chick McGee, what is your sleep number sleep number setting?
100, the ultimate in firmness. And it stays that way with my sleep number bed.
Josh, what's your setting?
65.
Oh, the sleep number setting of 65, kind of middle of the road. But then conversely, Christy Lee, what is your sleep number setting?
45. I like things a little softer.
That's right. So it's marshmallow
Sometimes.
versus pool table. Okay, that's what we're talking here.
No,
to make it
they're
clear.
all very comfortable.
Yes,
Now, you can be as comfortable as you want based on your own choice. The Freedom Bed is what I like to call it. By the way, Sleep Number's got a very special sale going on today. All smart beds are on sale, 50% savings on the famous 360 limited edition smart bed. So find your nearest Sleep Number store. How do you do it? You go to sleepnumber.com/BT show. Choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number. Every great day starts the night before. I know I love my Sleep Number bed. By the way, either side of the bed has its own setting. And you can change it at the touch of a button. So everybody's happy. The Sleep Number, it's their biggest sale of the year. All the smart beds are on sale right now. Save 50% on the famous Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. This is a limited time offer. Get the details at sleepnumber.com/BT show. That's sleepnumber.com/BT show. Coming up, Christy.
Yeah, we have a big slide in Detroit opening. We have a couple that broke into a Tennessee church on their first date. And hey, is that a bald eagle in the airport?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Maybe he was tired. Well, I've been doing this myself all these years, and they have these things.
I hope he was at American Airlines. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
We're on a mission, people. We want Bob and Tom Show hats on the head of every trucker across the United States of America. Let's go for Canada and Mexico as well. We'll work on Australia later. BobandTomStore.com. Brand new Bob and Tom hoodies, hooded zips, collared work shirts, the Bob and Tom Show hat I talked about. The hat's adjustable, fits any size head. The clothing size is small, up to 4XL, even 5XL. If we don't have what you want in your size, check back. We're constantly restocking at BobandTomStore.com. Look in that upper left-hand corner for the new tab to see the latest as we've restocked for fall. Again, our Bob and Tom hoodies and hooded zips make for great fall evenings. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Check it out today, BobandTomStore.com. What are you waiting for? No, seriously, what are you waiting for? BobandTomStore.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. A fuel leak has interrupted NASA's launch countdown for its new moon rocket. Thunderstorms delayed the start of fueling early today at Florida's Kennedy Space Center. The operation finally got underway an hour late, but a hydrogen fuel leak cropped up in the same area that saw seepage during a dress rehearsal in April. NASA has just 2 hours today to launch the 322-foot rocket on its first test flight with an empty crew capsule bound for lunar orbit. The Defense Ministry reports one of 3 Dutch soldiers wounded in a shooting outside a hotel in downtown Indianapolis over the weekend has died. The soldier, whose identity was not released, was one of 3 members of the Dutch Commando Corps who were shot and wounded early Saturday around 3:30 a.m. in downtown Indianapolis after what local police believe was a disturbance outside the hotel where they were staying. And in Nebraska, they're trying to determine who released 16 million gallons of water by opening a dam on an irrigation channel one night this month, and why. The head of the irrigation district that runs the nearly 48-mile-long Cambridge Canal discovered the problem August 14th. They showed the flow of water in the canal had dropped by half overnight, so he scrambled to notify farmers, replenish the canal from a reservoir upstream before calling the sheriff. He estimates the missing water was worth about $2,600. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach. So I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. And look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
Bob and Tom, you can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
And now an important message from your friends at Frigamall Orthopedic Laboratories.
Hi, Brenda. Ready to go jogging?
Sorry, Christy. I can't. Didn't you notice I'm limping?
What happened? Did you blow a knee out?
Well, my knees do hurt.
What do you mean?
Well, we were on our way home last night, and Bob started feeling romantic, so we pulled down a gravel road. And today, my knees are really killing me.
Girlfriend, I've got just the thing for you. They're called Atta-Girl knee pads.
With their soft, cushiony padding, you can say goodbye to sore and scraped knees. Atta-Girl knee pads fit right in your purse, so you can take them anywhere. Perfect for a Friday night date or that important job interview.
Hey, Brenda, how'd it go last night?
Well, my knees feel great. But, do the Atta-Girl people make lozenges?
You whore.
Atta-Girl knee pads. Order today, and you'll receive a free head helmet. You'll love wearing this stylish tabletop helmet with its flat, level surface, big enough to hold his beer, remote control, and a magazine.
Atta-Girl knee pads.
Protective goggles sold separately.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's a
cow.
good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
All of your listeners saw them. You couldn't miss them. Of course, I'm talking about the Des Moines septuplets.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I can't be the only person that was secretly thinking, geez, I hope these kids don't get their mother's teeth. Whoa! She's got a smile like Count Chocula. Tom, she could chew through coaxial cable. Take her 4 hours to eat an ear of corn, I'm telling you. And believe me, Bob, I am delighted people donated baby food and diapers. I'm just hoping a dentist steps up to the plate. We're going to take fertility drugs.
My God.
And we're going to keep all 7 because it's God's will. Bull crap. God's will was for you to have 0. You screwed it up.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Tom Christie cussed to me during the break.
You deserved it.
I did.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Oh, half-ass the tattletale,
That's
huh?
right. Oh, yeah. He's making friends everywhere. Right? Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much.
I want to find out what Alan Zippo lighter guy's doing now.
Yeah, I'll have to look him up.
Yeah,
I probably should have given his real name, but that's all true. Mr. Mallon's English class. Once again, we were talking about Shakespeare, which, snooze fest. And he was talking about all the people in disguise in this one play, and Alan just shouted out, "Judy in disguise." God, it was the funniest thing ever, and they kicked him out of class. Great song.
The class laughed, right?
Oh, yeah. It was
Big
great.
laughs.
Yeah, but Alan always had a Zippo lighter with him.
Was he a smoker?
Yeah, he was smoking in the 8th grade.
Oh, was he?
Cigarettes in the bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
What else are you going to do? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Learn.
Yeah. You don't copy off those guys.
Oh, I didn't do
Might
any
be
of those
some
things.
rapscallion.
He was one of those cool guys.
Oh, was he?
We have.
He was a bad boy.
Christy Lee.
Did he have a black leather jacket too?
I don't know. He was more of a collegiate look.
Really?
As I recall. Yeah.
Sounds like a real douchebag.
He's a very nice kid.
Giant dick.
I'm sure he's a great guy now. Christy Lee, you like the bad boys, right?
Oh yeah, I was always attracted to the bad boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's rate them in bed.
Not anymore.
Let's rate them in bed by musical instruments.
What?
Oh,
No.
Sorry. Let's move forward here. What have you got at the news desk?
A bald eagle was seen traveling through security at Charlotte Douglas International Airport.
Hey, how you doing?
We were just talking about CLT earlier today.
Do I have to take my shoes off still, or is that? I have clear.
The TSA said its special guest, the 19-year-old bald eagle named Clark, decided to give his wings a break and fly commercial.
Ah.
The agency said it screened Clark and his handler, Daniel Cohn, prior to their flight.
If you've seen this video, it's hilarious.
Yes. The guy standing at that booth you have to go through, and he's holding this giant bird.
It's like every TSA line you've ever seen, except there's a giant eagle on a guy's arm, and the eagle's like majestic, looking around.
When he gets in the machine, please, God willing, does the eagle also put his wings out like this?
I hope so.
For this
Wait,
game.
it said he put his
Moving a tiny belt.
He did show off a bit during screening, according to Daniel Cohn, the assistant director of World Bird Sanctuary. Clark weighs about 7.5 pounds and has a wingspan of just over 6 feet. The pair were flying home after participating in High Point University's convocation ceremony.
Wow.
You can rent an eagle, have them come out and fly it,
But I mean, is the eagle in a seat on the plane?
I love this joke.
What do you want him to do?
Where else is he going to be?
Let me ask you this. If
I mean, the eagle's not in a cage, right? So the eagle is...
No, it's just in their seat.
If the plane's flying at 700 miles an hour, and the eagle is in coach and flies up to first class, how fast is he flying?
I hate math.
As he's going
about 702 miles an hour.
Son of a
I just hope he doesn't
Let's
eat...
hear Ed of the Young again.
I hope he doesn't eat the emotional support hamster on the next...
Yeah.
Okay.
He's huge.
That's real?
They're
Yes.
very big.
I thought that was a statue.
No.
That's been augmented. That's
the bald eagle.
Well, it's the perspective because you see.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I mean.
It's not the size of that person.
No, she's standing behind the eagle.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful bird.
A 6-foot wingspan. That's still pretty impressive.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's Michael Phelps.
Only
sitting
7
next to
pounds. I thought it'd be a lot.
I would have thought they would have been heavier too.
Well, that's how they can fly, you see, fellas. They're very light.
I still thought it was a lot heavier.
I would have also, yeah. But boy, oh boy.
The eagle, man. That's America, baby.
Sure is.
Right, Christy? You were just in Paris?
Yes.
France?
Yes.
Right? A poor man's Weehawken, am I right? They go crazy with the food. Oh, the food. We went to some restaurant. Presidents have eaten here. Oh, the food. It was chicken. We paid $600 for chicken. Come on. You ever had
Chicken
3
and
pieces
what?
of biscuit at Popeyes? That's good.
That's very tasty.
That's good.
And bread, a lot of bread.
Oh, yeah, the bread. 8 hours on a flight for the bread. You ever been to Ocala, Florida? They got bread.
So the eagle was flying from where to where on board this?
It was
aircraft?
flying from Charlotte to where did I don't know where it was going.
It was
Doesn't say.
It would have been great if the pilot had come over the thing when the eagle has landed, right when the guy landed the plane. You see, with the moon launch and everything. Never mind. I'm talking about the moon.
You didn't even give us a chance to laugh if we were going to. You're a bad human being.
Want to walk out?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Well, I liked it, Tom. Hey, this is Dick Hitzwater, sitting in for Thurston Cox. And this is some other news.
Thurston Cock. What?
Thurston
Well,
Cox.
I went to a wedding over the weekend. The wedding couple used their dogs in the ceremony.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what I said. The ring bearer and flower girl wore dogs, which was adorable till Ms. Bella dropped a deuce on the altar and Bojangles started humping the best man's leg.
It's unfortunate.
Yes. At the end of the ceremony, they had a guy playing the bagpipes, and he was wearing a kilt.
Of course.
Well, I'll have you know, when the summer is in full swing like it was, I like to wear my kilt occasionally. It makes a bold statement.
Oh.
As you know, tradition dictates that a gentleman wearing a kilt does not wear underwear. However, be advised, if you wear a kilt without underwear at my age, when you walk, it sounds like you're wearing flip-flops. Take a gander at that, ladies. In the world of science, new research suggests that moderate drinking lowers your risk of having a heart attack. Some doctors recommend 2 alcoholic beverages a day, or as I like to call it, breakfast. Another new study shows that coffee may help prevent erectile dysfunction, thus answering the question, how do you spot an amorous guy at Starbucks? He's got his grande in one hand and his coffee in the other.
That's a grande. That's a big erection.
There you go. In the news, a woman accused her boyfriend of gluing her vagina shut.
Oh, gosh.
Well, sure. And she's now pleaded guilty to making a false police report. I bet she wishes that she had superglued her mouth shut. It would have saved her some jail time. Right? A prosthetic leg that was found in a river was recently returned to its owner. A dairy farmer helped them locate the prosthetic. That's right. Because who better than a dairy farmer to find a missing calf? Oh, my, I better go. I've been on Amazon while we were talking, and I think I just bought a can of extra-duty wasp spray and a portable bidet. Those are 2 things you definitely don't want to get confused. Well, this is Dick Itzwater, sitting in for Thurston Cox, and this has been Some Other News.
Look at him go. All right. Oh, yeah. Having a ball over there.
Yeah.
Going in for Thurston.
You don't want to spray your ass with wasp spray.
Oh, no.
Heck no.
Probably burns.
Especially extra duty wasp spray.
Why would you do that? Heavy. Not heavy duty. Extra duty.
that would be very painful. Okay. I'm so sorry, Christy. What else is going on?
By the way, the eagle was in a cage later. So
it was.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, can you imagine, I was just thinking, you sit down in your seat, and you got the middle seat, and the guy's, my eagle's going to be, he likes the window seat. What?
Well, will you share him the armrest at least? My God.
Oh, he'll peck your hand, man. Don't put it in your armor.
A Miss England finalist became the first woman in the pageant's history.
Yes, I'm so pretty.
To compete without wearing any makeup.
Oh, aren't I brave?
According to CNN, Melissa Ralph moved forward to the pageant semifinals and now will compete for the crown this October. The 20-year-old college student told the UK's independent newspaper, I have recently accepted that I'm beautiful in my own skin. That's why I decided to compete with no makeup. She continued, quote, it means a lot to me as I feel many girls of different ages wear makeup because they feel pressure to do so. If one is happy in their own skin, we should not be made to cover up our face with makeup.
What place did she come in?
She's not. She's in the finals.
But
So she lost, huh?
Yeah, maybe she shouldn't have grown out that armpit and crotch hair.
You guys.
Well, how are the judges? I mean, what are they supposed to do now?
Right?
Yeah, they've been put in a position.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you see this, she's apparently the only one who's been to a dentist, so she's got that going for her.
Okay.
What I would call this is hot privilege.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
She's super attractive, and I've got hot privilege. Don't need anything. Nothing to augment that. I don't know how long it was. My 6-year-old.
Yeah, it's just kind of cute.
My 6-year-old. We were taking the dog into town to get some coffee on Saturday morning, and I said, Finn, can you guys get ready, please? And I came around the corner, and little Heart walks around the corner, full makeup. But when you're 6, her lips are kind of...
Oh, sure, but it was clownish.
It's fun. Sometimes she'll put like the lipstick instead of the eyeliner, so it's red up here.
That is fun.
It's a real good time.
Do you make her take it off?
No, No, it was hilarious. She looked great. She wanted to wear it.
My daughter's not going out looking like that. I'm not going to have you go to Chuck E. Cheese dressed as some harlot.
Art's holding her stuffed animal. What are you talking about?
Standing there by the ball pit.
When I read about this, what is it, Miss England, and it said she was barefaced, I thought she was going to go out with a Paddington mask on. Then I read,
that's barefaced, all right.
Very funny. It's a very funny joke.
I mean, it's just going to be the next
She's
thing.
really pretty with makeup on.
She's really pretty either way. It's great.
Oh, it's night and day.
Really?
Yeah. She's got a fake tan in that other picture.
Yeah.
And the makeup now, the contouring, it's insane. Everyone just kind of looks like Kim Kardashian. It's a whole different world now.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the smoky eye?
Yeah, man.
Are we
Smoky
as guys being
eyebrows.
naive? I like to think that women put makeup on because they want to.
No.
Not because they have to.
No.
Ah, boy.
And I'm wearing it now every day in here because I looked at old videos and I was like, you guys never said anything to me? Look awful.
Well, you
no,
needed
we
less
say it as
makeup
soon
in
as
the
you
old
leave the room.
videos.
Two different jokes, both funny.
Very funny.
You stepped on each other, but it was great. It was like an Irish.
I didn't hear what Tom
What was yours? I said we talk about her as soon as she leaves the room. What'd you
Right.
say?
Oh, I said you needed less makeup in the old videos.
They were both very mean.
Christy's
All right.
the look Christy just gave me. If looks could kill, I would be decimated.
Okay, we're dead. Now,
Speaking of makeup, Rihanna's makeup company is releasing a new product that could either be lip gloss or a packet of ketchup.
Huh.
A collaboration with art collective MSCHF.
Mischief,
I guess, is called Ketchup or Makeup. It's a $25 palette featuring 6 individually wrapped packets that contain either red, sparkly lip gloss, or the tomato-based condiment. You can purchase it at ketchupormakeup.com.
Hey, Josh, either way, you're a winner.
What the hell's the point of this?
So, Josh,
What does that even mean?
I think he's
I don't
calling you
know.
fat and gay in that joke. I think he's saying that you're fat and you like ketchup.
No. I'm saying if you grab one of these ladies and, if it's ketchup, good, you can dip your fries in her face.
Dip your fries.
If it's makeup.
I don't know what happened, but are they feeding nitrous over to your area?
Something.
What's going on?
I thought it was sort of a schoolyard attack. Like he was saying, you need the ketchup for your fries, and then later you like to dance like a lady or something in the mirror. I don't know.
No, in other words, if you buy this, it's part of this art project. You may be getting ketchup. You may be getting lipstick.
You don't know until you tear each of the packets
Would you
open.
prefer Josh glossy mayo?
You got to read the room. He's clearly upset.
No, I'm not upset. I'm trying to catch up here on the, no pun intended, on the insults that came at such a barrage. First, he had to just very subtly correct me by saying, when I said decimated, inferring I'd be dead because I've been decimated.
You could be dead. You could still be alive.
You know what? I think that's where it started. Yeah.
Well, no, that son of a bitch. He couldn't just let that sit there.
What a snot.
Yeah.
I know. That's how I feel about you.
No, it's
You see what I mean?
And now from this.
With friends like these, Josh.
So, either way, you're either going to end up with makeup or ketchup on your junk. You can get lucky.
This is
ridiculous.
No, it's going to be fun. People are going to open it on TikTok and then dip a fry in it.
I hate everything about it.
It does look.
Who's behind this?
Rihanna.
It makes me root for Chris Brown.
You set us up.
Wow.
Wow, nice. Well, you've redeemed yourself now. I got an unusual request here, ladies and gentlemen. This is from Matt.
Hi, Matt.
He writes, I spent the entire weekend on Spotify enjoying the archive of your stuff. A bunch of our old stuff has been posted on Spotify in the last week or so. I was hoping to request one of the classics. My team in fantasy football is named after this song.
Why is he requesting it? It's on Spotify.
Yeah, why is he bugging us
Doesn't make
with
any
it?
sense. I'm just pointing out the folly of this whole thing.
Tom, I think between us we can get rid of him. I think we can.
No, because he's named his fantasy football team after this song, and we can only play parts of this. If you want to hear the whole thing, you'll have to go to Spotify. This is a little tune called "Taint."
Your mustache is tickling me. Well, technically it's known as the perineum, but I like to call it your taint.
Taint? Why do you call it that?
Let me explain, honey.
No, we had to edit out. We had to edit
out the whole song.
Just the setup. Just the setup, of courses and the verses. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Becky.
So now everybody's going to run to Spotify. Thanks.
Okay, sorry. Don't go now. Don't go now.
No, don't go now.
Greg, you're a man who's been around a woman or two. You know your directions, and you want to go south, that sort of thing.
What?
You're
want to go south.
Are you familiar with the term the taint?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, very good.
I've heard of that before.
Okay, now you have a tattoo on yours, right?
No, I got no tattoo. How long till we get to talk about Europe again? They always talk about the girls in Amsterdam.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
They're prostitutes.
Yeah, there
you ever
they
met
are.
the girls in Erie, PA? Freebies. Come on. America, baby.
Freebies.
Well, thank you very much. We have a lot to get to. Christy, give me the teaser, please.
Oh, coming up, what do we want to talk about? GPAs and music going hand in hand. There's spanking back in Missouri in one of the school districts. And apparently a Texas church is in trouble for doing Hamilton. They've been fined.
Oh, okay. Hamilton, the play.
Yes.
We'll
what do
find
you
out
think
about
I meant?
George Hamilton? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The blender?
Hamilton Beach?
By the way, now a couple things to get to here. I want to remind you that we've got Willie G and Mr. Greg Hahn in concert, if you will, on October 6th in Burlington, Iowa. That's a Thursday. Friday they'll be in Dubuque, and Saturday in Cedar Rapids. Details coming up in a few.
Bless you.
Do you want a squeegee?
Bless you.
That was rough.
Sorry, I have COVID.
Thank you.
That's not funny.
I thought it was.
Got a better laugh than most of his jokes.
That's not me. I feel like I should be playing to it Mondays, am I
right? Don't talk to me till I've had my coffee. I want to talk to you about low T. What is that? It's testosterone. Testosterone, let's see, what do we know about that? Well, it affects your sex drive. It can affect your muscle and bone mass and sperm production and erections. Low T, they call it. You've been hearing a lot about this. And here's something new, the Roman Testosterone Test Kit. It cannot diagnose if you have low T, but it can help you decide if further investigation of the potential cause of your symptoms are necessary. Do you want to check this out? Find out more by going to getroman.com/BT show. Roman sends you an easy-to-use kit with step-by-step video instructions. They cover free 2-day shipping to and from your house. Take the test before 10 a.m., ship it back the same day. They will send you a downloadable PDF with your lab results privately. Breaks it all down. You can choose if you want to schedule a free consultation to go over those results with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. Once again, it's getroman.com/BT show. Your at-home testosterone test kit. $69 total. That's getroman.com/BT show. Coming back with also some interesting NASA news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey.
You use the sheepskin that you
Let's
use?
not talk about the sheep.
Okay.
Okay. Brings up some really sad memories.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, now I know you've got
It's tough when you name them.
It's
an
a tough
original
breakup.
song. Yep. This is an original song from the Electric Amish. Can you guys favor us with a tune?
Yeah, we play all originals because, of course, we're not even allowed to listen to the radio, so I don't even know what you guys hear.
Yeah, that's true. Well, go ahead, but I'd love to hear it.
Well, all right. This is a little song goes a little something like this. It kind of tells you who we are.
Oh.
Carl, would you look at Barry back there? He's playing those drums like a crazy Mennonite.
Yeah, for that he will surely burn in hell.
Out in the field for 40 days, plowing and planting and breaking the hay. My mule Ezra's pulling the plow. I bought him from Carl for some eggs and a cow. I work all day out in the sun. Oh, but after some meals, we start having some fun. I say, come on, Greta,
water, Frays make pies. Smell of their cider, about to make me high. Now these young maidens, they had a plan. They was out to meet us boys in the band. They said, the parson's gone, now's our chance. And we proceeded to have a big square dance. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll stay all night and play, but first we all must pray. We are an Amish band. Give it up for Braver.
Oh, merciful God, please let the rest of this solo really jam. An Amish band. We are an Amish band. And a boy, Graver. We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah.
Yay! The Electric Amish, ladies and gentlemen.
And the Sun of Connecticut beating Chicago 68-63. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show, and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
We had a guy die there.
Oh, that's right. I know the story.
I've seen some bad shows, but
Now this guy actually died. A comedian named Ron Douglas actually died.
He died stopped breathing. Died.
He stopped breathing. Died.
Did he die in the green room?
He died in the green room.
And everybody went home and didn't know that.
And Larry Reed was there, and I was there.
And you didn't know he was dead.
No, I thought he was sleeping.
So you left him there.
We left him.
So the second show. So you all went home.
We all went home. So he's dead on the couch.
So you get a call the next morning.
We get a call the next morning. And Larry answered the phone. We were both staying in the same condo. Larry answered. He just hear he beat me to the phone. He got there. And he says, "What? Who? Dead?"
That's Larry Reed.
Yeah. This is all I'm hearing. What? Who? Dead?
That could be the funniest thing I've ever heard in this room.
If you could do an impression of a guy with 3 words and nail it.
Who?
Dead. And I've got this look on my face of Larry like, what? He hangs up the phone, looks right at me, and says, "Frickin' Ron's dead."
That's it.
That was it.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there?
Uh-huh.
And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, the arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. You Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
There.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Boy, am I happy to be here today.
Me too. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Everything's going great. There's Josh Arnold, the upside sidekick.
Christy is not suffering fools today. It is wonderful.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee. And Greg Hahn is here, Bob and Tom comedy legend. And here's Tom.
Greg, what's your middle name?
Shepard.
Greg Shepard, huh?
How about that?
That's cool.
Thank you.
Wow, that's like an astronaut name.
We should call you Shep.
That's sure, I'll take it.
I like this.
Speaking of astronauts, even though that was an unmanned flight, they have scrubbed temporarily the launch today
of Artemis,
the moon thing, which is super cool.
They had a problem.
They got to get it right.
We do have a NASA story, though.
What they do if they go to your news channel, they've scrubbed the moon thing. We'll have updates as they become available.
The unmanned rocket, the Artemis, was set to lift off.
Okay, quiz time.
They had a hydrogen in the fuel tank.
Quiz time.
Yeah.
Yes.
What famous TV show had someone named Artemis on it? Go, Greg.
Friends? I don't know.
No.
Wild West.
Yes.
Very good.
And did you know Artemis is the Greek goddess? It's a lady's name in Greece, not the Greek, not
interesting.
Artemis Gordon.
Very good. I wanted to.
So maybe Artemis Gordon went both ways. Is my point.
I thought he was cute.
Was the Wild West? After all.
What was it called? Was it Wild West or Wild Wild?
Wild West. Wild West.
Too wild.
And maybe that's what made it so wild. Because Artemis went both ways.
And then it gets confusing with It's a Mad World because they had it's a mad. Way too many.
How many mad?
Too many.
Okay.
Who was the lead actor? Conrad, right? What was his name?
William. Robert.
Robert Conrad was
with the battery on his shoulder. I dared to knock this
William was his fat brother.
William. Wait a minute. Robert. Yeah, William Conrad was canon.
Right.
He was the big guy. He was actually of the voiceover version of
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, that's correct.
Matt Dillon.
Yeah, but I mean, they obviously they couldn't get the guy on a horse. I mean, that's pushing 400 pounds.
You know, there's a Cannon episode out there where Cannon's on vacation. I'm not making this up.
And now Cannon was in a
Lincoln Continental.
Yes,
giant car, and he was the first one with a car phone.
Car phone,
and he's driving to this lake house, and he sees somebody on the side of the road, and they talk, and he tries to help them. And so what are you doing out here? You're on vacation? And Cannon goes, yeah, on vacation. I cut it loose.
Great dialogue.
That's what he says.
All right, Cannon.
Now, for people that have been listening to this show for way too long and know way too much about some of the aspects of our lives, I saw him in person, the actor who portrayed Cannon, that William Conrad.
Right.
Very big gent. In the back of a convertible Rolls Royce, having his car gassed up after a University of Michigan football game.
Wow!
That's
first of all, I'm thinking, wouldn't you gas the thing up before you have 103,000 people, whatever it is, exiting the? But there he was.
You think he wanted to be noticed?
Maybe I don't know.
Here's William Conrad.
Convertible Rolls Royce.
One of the greatest comedic moments of all time.
Last time, you remember, Bullwinkle tried out his ultra-sultry look on a couple of young ladies who promptly fainted dead away. Bullwinkle didn't know that the girls had really fainted because they saw a mouse.
Yeah, now he's convinced he's the greatest actor in the world.
Oh, I am not.
You're not?
I'm just one of the greatest.
Oh, God, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. The narrator, William Conrad. Is that? I get it mixed up. Robert Conrad was the battery guy, right?
Yes. Yeah. He was in Wild Wild West.
I always thought Robert Conrad was kind of a punk.
He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy.
Like punk all over the Superstars or something. He wanted to start a fight with Gabe Kaplan. I think
he was supposed to be a cranky guy.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
I think that's right.
I dare you to knock this off.
And he was seriously mad at Kaplan. I think that this actually happened.
I can see why. I watched that show and it was never funny.
That's wrong.
No, I think it was something.
Yeah, Cotter was funny.
Yeah, it was your typical New York City high school with 4 kids in each class.
Well, there were other students that just focused on the
speaking roles.
Yeah, exactly.
For kids.
The audio turd. Okay, we have lots of mail here.
I don't know what
lots of mail to get to. Now, we talked about this new tour with Josh and Willie.
Oh, God.
And you guys, who was the gentleman that suggested this?
Nate!
Suggested calling it.
I've said this many times on the show, but I've never met it more. No good can come from this scenario. But go ahead.
Well, let's see, it'd be
Keep pushing it.
Willie and Josh should call it weed and feed.
Right.
Did you get it, Greg?
That's
Hahn?
funny, yeah.
Do you get it, Greg Hahn?
Yeah.
Get it?
Greg Hahn gets it.
Yeah, I thought Greg Hahn might get it.
Yeah.
I'm
Tom
surprised.
didn't know.
Greg Hahn's a comedian.
I'm surprised. When we asked Greg
Aren't you
how many
Greg
people
Hahn?
were in his family, he couldn't remember.
That's
and he's
first
only got
off,
3.
That's not fair from your point of view. Because you're constantly forgetting dogs and,
It's true.
Well, now let's.
What was the point of bringing up weed and feed?
Yes.
I have this. It's a great name for
It's a great name for the
okay.
tour.
I'm sorry, I thought you had a new.
No. And then we have also the tour with Willie and Greg Hahn.
We need a name. We don't have one.
like Weed and Wacky, or that wasn't great, you guys. I'm sorry.
That's pretty good.
Let me go back
Wacky
to
Weed's not bad. Wacky Weed.
No, but what would be what would you associate yourself with for the?
You know, that's pretty funny. Wacky weed.
You like
It's
it?
not bad. I'm
It sounds
wacky.
kind of like Weed
Wacky
Whacker.
tobacco.
Wacky, yeah.
But is there anything you associate yourself with, Greg Hahn, as a comedian that one would?
Nonsense.
Okay.
Fun.
Stupidity. Fun.
Stupid.
He's not stupid.
Nonsense and
Yeah.
incense?
Listen to Christy. Huh?
Yeah, you know, I've said a lot of things this morning that have been met with utter effing silence.
And that deserved it more than anything.
Maybe they're not funny.
Nonsense and incense.
You know,
You know
Christy,
what?
I have considered that.
You know,
And,
you remind me of my pet peeve with comedians. Come on, these jokes work in New York City.
No.
Yes, yes.
Because that's also a pet peeve of mine. I wouldn't do that. Of the whole, you'll get this on the way home. No, we got it now and it sucks, pal. I'm not that guy.
No, we're
But
giving
in this case, I'm not asking for laughs. I'm asking for any acknowledgement. A hearty boo. At least, I just want to know that I'm still existing.
So it's like
Do nonsense and incense.
or anything from a
So you're
Or even
implying-
a shut up.
So instead of saying something about marijuana or weed or cannabis, you're going to call it incense,
Which has something to do with weed,
Not
you
really.
dum-dum.
No, it doesn't.
It's adjacent. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Thank you. It's at least
It's
adjacent.
mostly weed adjacent.
But
Yes,
it's not.
it is.
It's not adjacent to funny.
Well, oh gosh.
That's
Honey,
fair. I'll
you
remember
keep
that.
throwing up those darts. One of them will stick.
Oh, coming from you, who not 1 minute ago said, well, what you're saying isn't funny.
Christy, to be fair, he's throwing darts, and then you're knocking them down and putting your finger in his face like Dikembe Mutombo. Not today, Joshy.
And you know what? I appreciate it. You're at least giving me honest feedback.
Okay, well, I'm so sorry. We'll try to come up with something for the title for the tour, which is going to be in Iowa, by the way.
Whose tour? Now I'm confused.
Oh no, this
Me
is
and Willie. Me and Willie.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, this is a Willie and
Greg.
Mr. Hahn.
Couple
All right.
months.
Okay, we'll find a title for that sometime soon. Thursday, 6 October is when it starts. Burlington, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids. And
It's
then,
October 6th.
What are you working
What did
for
I
the
say?
War
You're not in Europe.
Are you working for the War Department over there? Thursday, 6 October. We attack.
200 hours. Wow, early show.
200 hours.
Yeah, that's going to be a good show. Yeah.
Now, we'll come back with what, Christy Lee?
I don't know.
Okay, good. We have
Something. I have something. I promise.
We have a guy smuggling animals.
Yeah, we do.
You know, a long time ago, I just wanted to do a show where we were more honest about what we're going through or whatever. And today seems like that show. Christy, what's coming up? I love it. I love it. I love everything. I love everything about it.
I think dumb beard is right. Honesty is key.
Wait a minute, dumb beard. What the hell's that?
Your beard is dumb, and it needs. We've all been thinking it.
I know it's dumb. At least you didn't say dumb old beard. How about that name for a tour? I'll go host. Dumb old beard.
Okay. No, that's Liza Minnelli show.
Oh, Christy.
This is all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Morty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you're really safe before we stick you in your grave. We won't steal for you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up there, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, got a great idea for you this afternoon. If you're looking for some more Bob and Tom Show content, head on over to our podcast. They are free to download at bobandtom.com/podcast, and you can dive into the Bits and Pieces podcast as they look at the Bob and Tom Show, our archives and discussions of some of their favorite bits and pieces from the Bob and Tom Show. The Josh Arnold podcast discussing fun topics. You could learn something. And the Bob and Tom Show Extra podcast weekday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That bad boy drops. Check them out. They're all free and all available for you to download and listen to your heart's content. bobandtom.com/podcast to find them. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. Taylor Swift took home the top prize at the 2022 MTV Video Music Awards before she closed out the show with a surprisingly big announcement, her new album. She said Sunday night that it will be called Midnight and will be released on October 21st. It will be her 10th studio album. The horror film The Invitation needed just $7 million to finish at the top of the weakest weekend of summer at the North American box office. The Sony film stars Games of Thrones actor Natalie Emmanuel as a young woman who discovers dark secrets at her family home in the English countryside. Sony also had the #2 film with Brad Pitt's Bullet Train, and finishing in third, Universal's Beast with $4.9 million. And a car driven by Princess Diana in the 1980s has sold at auction for $764,000 just days before the 25th anniversary of her death. Silverstone Auctions says there was fierce bidding for the black Ford Escort RS Turbo before the sale closed. The UK buyer, whose name was not disclosed, also paid a 12.5 buyer's premium on top of the selling price. Britain and Diana's admirers worldwide are preparing to mark a quarter century since her death. Diana drove the Escort from 1985 to 1988. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
You dressed up as a giant hot dog, and you became Coney Danza.
Coney Danza, of course, he's from Foot Long Island, New York.
Sure.
You know, my dad growing up, always one of those guys that had a stick up his ass. Granted, he was a corn dog, but come on, folks. Look out. You know what steams my buns? When you're running on the treadmill and somebody grabs your ass with a pair of tongs. That's the last time I worked out at the gas station.
Cody
Danza.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Friday, 8 p.m.
Hi, excuse me. I'm having a dinner party and I've run out of coffee. Might I borrow some?
Sure. Here you go.
A few minutes later.
Excuse me. Could I trouble you again for some more coffee?
I just gave you some 10 minutes ago.
I know, but my guests are really big coffee drinkers.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
What?
Do you live here alone?
Yeah, why?
Shortly thereafter.
You again?
I need more coffee.
It's impossible.
Okay, but it is possible that you want me.
No. Good night.
2 minutes after that.
Go away.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. The coffee is so good, he'll come back again and again and again.
Coffee. More coffee.
Go away!
Some coffee.
I'm gonna call the police.
You want it so bad.
I'm calling 911.
You want it so bad.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. Share some with a neighbor. Stalker's Choice. It's what obsessive-compulsive relationships are made of.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
So, Mark, you're a single guy.
Yeah, I tell you, though, it's tough because I got these neighbors behind me.
Really?
My neighbor, Gail, very...
Gail?
Gail is a woman who just moved. Her bedroom wall is right behind mine, and she has a new boyfriend. And I found this out. His name is
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Here come the Mummy Sunday.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello. Colin chuckles over here. See what's so funny.
There's Josh Arnold.
No, you don't want to know.
The upside sidekick chair. No, you don't want to know. None of your business. There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone.
He's red.
There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee, and in the studio, it's Greg Hahn.
Hi, Chick.
He's a member of the family. And here's Tom.
Greg, I noticed that your hair seems to be...
Oh, I got it going. I got the little bird's eye maple, little witness protection 22, those 06. Sons of Thunder, it's sitting nice. Looks good.
It looks very good.
It's a new shade of fake.
It is. Perfect. My hair system. Hey, Christy, you been to Germany?
No, I haven't.
Oh, the countryside. The countryside.
Really?
Yeah. Overshadowed only by the BO. Come on. Europe.
Just back from Europe, it's Greg Hahn. Now, speaking of traveling, it's my understanding that Pat Godwin and Jeff Oskey from our show are going to be doing a special show Saturday night at Pat Coslett's Simplicity Furniture Shop in Evansville. It's a great gig.
Yepper.
And don't forget, that's this Saturday in Evansville.
Was that a yepper? So my dad used to say, yepper. I like it.
And while I'm at it, Greg Warren will be at Rosemont, Illinois' Zanies Comedy Club starting September 1st.
Greg Warren, alleged comedian.
Now.
Funny.
Hey, Pat, I saw your father as not a yepper guy, but a yes.
He had a little flair to it. Yepper.
Okay.
Like that.
All right.
Your father was a theatrical director.
Very dramatic. Where have you been, boy? I love it.
J. Patrick, where have you been?
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to get a song out of you there, Pat?
Sure. What would you like to hear?
I don't know. What do you got? You got a new album coming out, I hear, right?
October 7th, yeah. Okay. Christmas bonus, you titled it.
And we don't want to do any Christmas music. I should
No.
That still makes me think there's an album called Christmas.
Mm-hmm. And this is the bonus version.
The bonus Halloween songs.
Tom, just approve this, please.
Now, can you do your French guy, Pierre Hardon?
Oh, Pierre Hardon, of course. I just met a Pierre-like character. I am the real Pierre. I sleep on your couch, I eat your cheese, I kiss your wife.
Oh, yeah, you rascal. Now, see, because Greg Hahn is just back from Europe. Did you spend any time in France?
Oh, yeah. I was in France. Oh, yeah, great. Sirens aren't correct. Wrong. That's a siren.
Yeah.
America, baby.
America.
Welcome back to America.
When you were in France, Greg, did you go to the beach?
No.
Did you go to Nice, Saint-Tropez, any of the famous?
With the black sand.
Normandy. I looked out the window.
I was going for the more appealing beaches rather than say Normandy. But thank you for distracting.
You like the beaches without those spiky things?
Yeah.
Yes.
Without the bullets.
This song will kill now.
You ever try to make a sandcastle landmine gets in the way? I hate that.
Yeah, you don't like finding rusted dog tags?
The ability to squeeze any comedy out of a French beach has now been lost.
We will try. We will try.
Pierre Hardon.
Yes,
I'd like you to meet Monsieur Hardon. I'd like you to meet Monsieur Hahn.
Monsieur Hahn did not care for Paris?
Oh, it's beautiful there. It's okay. No? It's fine.
It was okay. We should do a travel show.
Hey, look. They got buildings and stuff.
Yeah, it's the best food in the world.
The train system. I sat in the stairwell for 3.5 hours.
Oh, the metro?
Oh, whatever. It's a government-run train. There's some guy sleeping in the bathroom.
Well, Monsieur Hardon.
Yes, Americans like Greg, they have their picnics. It'll be ham and cheese, bologna, and maybe an apple and some wine. We will take our women to the beach, and we will have fruit de mer, a picnic on the beach, like a seafood bouillabaisse. This is how we woo our women.
Okay.
I see. This is called fruit de mer. I want to kiss you where it's salty. By the ocean.
Oh, nice.
Yes, French kiss you where it's fishy by the sea. I want to stick my whole damn face in some sweet young crustacean. I want to shuck a tasty oyster. Won't you open it up for me? I want to go down where it's wet now by the inlet. Come on, my dinghy, and we'll row away. I don't mind the smell of conch by your badonkadonk. I'll eat you out of your ceviche on a blanket by the beach. I'll put a mussel in your mouth. We'll get cockle juice everywhere. Oh, you and me and fruit de mer. That's how we do it, Greg. Mr. Hahn, oh, please don't make me beg. Crack open those legs. I like the clam when it gets gooey. Don't be shellfish, let me chewy. Oh, you and me and fruit de
Thank you, Pierre Hardon. Pierre Hardon.
How about that, Pierre?
How about that?
Certainly a classic. Did you ever meet any women over there? Because you're a single man. Did you ever meet any ladies when you were in?
Yeah, I like a girl with normal eyebrows. Cover that?
Yeah.
No, that's good.
As long as her eyebrows number a total of 2. You nailed it, Christy. Perfect. I don't like eyebrows that talk to you. I don't like eyebrows that say things. Like little skinny eyebrows that say, "Hi, see you in court." I don't need that. Big checkmark eyebrows. "Hi, electroshock therapy. Didn't make a dent." Pass. When they shave off their eyebrows, "I'm from the future." No thanks. Okay.
Good to know. But did you meet any French ladies? Or?
No, I didn't talk to anybody. Whatever. I was walking around doing shows.
Okay.
Whatever. Quit bugging him.
You didn't see any museums? Nothing like that?
No, he goes, the buildings are all old there. That's what you told me.
That's
about
nice.
your-
A lot of old buildings,
Yeah.
little cars, buzzing around, honking. Great.
It is. You see stuff over there, and it's like, this has been here since 1200.
Yeah.
Pick a bigger year, buddy. Come on. 1700 or bust. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
No
Too
ladies.
old.
No ladies.
No.
I'm sorry. I thought you would try to sow your American.
No, we were moving,
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
One night
town to
here,
town,
one
town
night
to
there.
town. Yeah.
boy,
Time
hard
to jibber jabber.
Yeah, no time to lay roots.
Did you
You
go
only
into-
need to lay one.
They give you like the multi-course meals at these places, these European restaurants. You know what I mean? You get like peanut butter crackers, a jelly bean, some soup, whatever.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You must have been going to some really
Bowl
nice
soup,
places.
candy bar.
Really
And
nice
charge you
places.
$1,000.
Okay. Christy Lee is at the Bob and Tom News Desk. Do we have any American news over there?
Yeah, in Tennessee. Doesn't get more American than that. Authorities say a couple out on their first date stole from a local church.
Oh.
WKRN.
News about corn. How's that?
It's okay.
Reports that security cameras at the Indian Lake Peninsula Church caught the couple finding an unlocked door and going inside. According to Hendersonville police, the man and woman, later identified as Danielle Salvato and Sebastian Spencer, initially told authorities that they were looking for a piano to play. However, during the time they claimed to be playing piano in the church, police alleged they took 4 Bibles, 2 drumsticks, and a church collection plate.
I think he probably wanted I think organ would be the more appropriate thing inside the church. I'm sorry.
The theft was discovered the following morning. Police quickly found the 2 suspects who confessed and surrendered the stolen items. Well, that's an interesting.
Sorry.
I mean,
why would you take 4 Bibles and 2 drumsticks, and why did you, to cover up the collection plate being
they're
missing?
probably drunk, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Well, when this guy goes to jail, he'll find someone to play the organ, I would imagine. What a great first date, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. What did they miss? What was the name of their dating site? You suppose? Were they? But it must be
Swindler? I don't know.
it must be a cool church, though.
Why?
They had drumsticks.
Well, yeah, a lot of those
Churches
now
have full bands. Have not,
Yeah, I mean,
you haven't been
yeah.
to church in a
At
while.
least it's got that going for it.
Well, his skin burns every time.
Yeah.
Hard to go in there. All of a sudden, you walk in and the crucifix is burst into flames. What the hell?
Yeah, he looks like Voldemort in the end of Harry Potter movies. All skinny and creepy.
I mean, but I'm asking, what kind of service matches you up with someone who I like to do church burglary and commit felonies while breaking into property?
Sounds like to me it was love at first sight. I mean, they found exactly their soulmate.
Yeah, I'm guessing there were probably a little bit of alcohol involved.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, you couldn't find a better place to break into to find a piano. I'm thinking there's a lot of pianos out there, ladies and gentlemen.
They
Okay, now
weren't
wait a
stealing.
minute.
They weren't stealing a piano at all.
They
said
claimed they were
one.
breaking in to find a piano to play.
But
if I were the judge, I would. if I were the judge, I'd have them. Okay, I'd bring a little portable piano into court. Let me hear you play. And if the guy ding 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 ding.
Hey, chopsticks.
I like your conclusion. There are a lot of places that you can go to play a piano. Like where?
Mm-hmm. Do you know I've actually done this in a church? They're usually open, and you can go in, no one bothers you.
And you can play the piano.
Mm-hmm. Swear to God.
What about the
Swear to
Guitar
God.
Center? Don't you go to the Guitar Center?
No, if you want to be private.
Remember when every mall had a piano store?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was so weird. Like, who the hell's going to a mall and then walking up wheeling a piano? I was always baffled by that.
Not exactly an impulse spot.
No.
You know what? I was going to get an Orange Julius, left with a Steinway inside.
Yeah, it was
Thought I'd
so
mix it up
crazy.
today.
Let's go to
Hey, catch Chick McGee at the Steinway store this afternoon from 2 to 6. Hey, Chick, we're...
There's always some sad salesman in a suit just
Where's
waiting
all-
for
They haven't made a sale in months.
I know they play.
Where's all the people?
And then if I sell one this year, I made my limit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, if you've bought a Steinway lately, you'd know why.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, speaking of music.
There we go.
Hey, speaking of playing the piano. Hey, speaking of hearing it, listening to
What?
earbuds. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, it is. I listened to mine yesterday.
That's exactly right. Your Raycon earbuds is what he's talking about. This summer, you can take premium audio with you wherever's you're planning on going with the Raycon's everyday earbuds. They look, feel, and sound better than ever with 3 sound profiles to match whatever you're listening to. Noise isolation and awareness mode. You can choose to be immersed or tune into your surroundings if you have to. Listen while you travel or doing a grueling workout. Raycon's gel tips fit every ear ever made. Earbuds are comfortable enough for all-day wear, and they will not budge. You also get 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, instantaneous Bluetooth syncing, and all that for half the price of other premium audio brands. No wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 49,000 5-star reviews. So we got a deal for you. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom. Get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycons. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. When we come back, Christy, what have you got over there?
Well, we also have another story out of not a Tennessee church, but a Texas church and the play Hamilton. And in Missouri, they are reinstating spanking as a punishment.
That's right. These kids need to learn.
Little bastards.
Beat them all.
Beat the hell out of them.
And then we got a deer indoors.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll find out what that's all about. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom. Well-meaning, but
Yeah, they're all messed up.
more than slightly confused.
Hey, starting this Wednesday, you can make your picks in our Pigskin Pick'em Challenge, sponsored by the Big Green Egg. You could win a Big Green Egg Mini-Max. All you have to do is pick the winners each week of the pro football regular season. If you pick the most winners, you could win a Big Green Egg Mini-Max. It's just that simple. We gave away 18 of them last year. We're going to do it again this year. Thanks to all the folks at Big Green Egg for making it happen. Details coming soon at bobandtom.com/contest. Again, it won't open until this Wednesday, but then you can make your picks at bobandtom.com/contest. And good luck from all of us here at the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Monday morning. A mint condition Mickey Mantle baseball card is sold for $12.6 million. You heard me. It's blasting into the record books as the most expensive ever paid for a piece of sports memorabilia. The rare Mantle card eclipsed the record posted a few months ago. $9.3 million for the jersey worn by Diego Maradona when he scored the controversial Hand of God goal in soccer's 1986 World Cup. The escalating records are part of a growing market for sports memorabilia that's taken off as people cocoon themselves during the pandemic. One part nostalgia, one part financial opportunity. A fuel leak has interrupted NASA's launch countdown for its new moon rocket. Thunderstorms delayed the start of fueling early Monday at Florida's Kennedy Space Center. The operation finally got underway an hour late, but a hydrogen leak cropped up in the same area that saw seepage during a dress rehearsal last April. NASA has just 2 hours on Monday to launch the 322-foot rocket on its first test flight with an empty crew capsule bound for lunar orbit. It's the most powerful rocket ever built by NASA, outmuscling even the Saturn V rocket that carried astronauts to the moon a half-century ago. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual ventriloquist convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say? From the ventriloquism convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
I can tell. We can tell. I can tell your lips are pretty still there. Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Timmy.
Timmy?
It's Julie.
Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand him the phone.
You're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay, great. Go ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Now, have you ever done a cop convention or anything?
I just did one last night.
Did you really?
Yeah, you know, and they're fun because they understand stuff that I'm talking about, you know. I always say
unlike the normal audience.
Yeah, the biggest misconception people have about police is that we really care. Because don't. If you see a wreck and you can make a U-turn, you're going to do it.
Sometimes you just get stuck.
Oh, you know, you just don't want to hear it. It's always the same thing.
Don't want to hear it.
That's true. Every time you make a traffic stop, I ain't out catching real criminals. Well, I'll tell you the truth, lady, I'm not that good at this job. I'm trying to figure out a way to get disability without actually hurting myself. See, I was a smart aleck.
Didn't take it all that serious.
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Oh, no, heck no. People would make U-turns on the expressway. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, you know, because it says authorized vehicles only. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, I authorize you. I don't care. You can't be subpoenaed if your name's not on anything. That's the way I always felt about it.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
Can I tell you something? My mother used to chew her toenails
No way.
in front of me.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Clothed or not?
Clothed.
Oh, thank God. that is a visual.
Poor Bob has lost it over there.
Or a little best of right here. Right here.
That would be,
Totally naked.
I think
How did you even think of that?
You would get,
See anything you like, boy?
I
remember that.
Free psychiatry for life. Free Prozac, whatever you want.
Program for that.
We are going to fix you.
How about it, boy? See anything you like?
You can imagine the twisting that would be
There's a
involved.
lot of people who can't even do that.
Okay.
She was very limber.
Show's over.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chip.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hello, Chid.
How are you?
Good, man.
Super.
You?
Josh is at the upside sidekick chair. I'm all right.
Okay.
There's Greg Hahn.
Hey, chick.
Comedian extraordinaire. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Groovin'.
I'm Chick McKee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We have a lot to get to here. I did want to mention that Pat Godwin is going to be with Jeff Oskey at Pat Coslett's Simplicity Furniture Shop in Evansville. Are they selling couches? No. They're going to be doing a live show September 3rd, Saturday night. That's this Saturday night. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, California, you can see Greg Hahn, Hermosa Beach. Is that correct? Where are you going to be?
The Comedy Magic Club, best club in the world.
And what time are you going to be there?
I don't know, 8 o'clock or so, something like that.
6 o'clock,
6, 8, 10, 12, show up. I'll be there.
Okay. What night of the week are you going to be there?
Saturday.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
That'll be good. And then there's the special tour with Greg and Willie, Thursday, 6 October, Burlington, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, then on Friday and Saturday, Dubuque and Cedar Rapids. We'll get some details on that as it nears. Right now, we are nearer to Christy Lee at the news desk. What else is happening?
There's a recent survey out there that indicates people who listen to music while studying might have a higher GPA. The survey found respondents who recalled playing music while they studied were more likely to have a GPA above 3.2 than those studying in silence. 60% of those surveyed said they were able to study better with music in the background. Younger people were more likely to listen to music while studying. My kids did this, and I thought it was crazy, but they had good GPAs. Well,
it probably depends what kind of music you're listening to.
Okay.
I mean, if you're listening to Mozart or Yo-Yo Ma or
what's wrong with those?
Or Da Baby, I think that maybe you'll do a little better with the Mozart. I'm just saying.
Well, I think the Mozart would put you to sleep.
What do you recommend, Christy?
I don't think you can.
I don't know.
I don't think you can say a
the kids were just listening to pop music. I mean, whatever's on the radio.
What about you, Josh? Do you ever watch porno while you were studying?
No, I never did.
Why would that wouldn't make sense?
I know that's not the answer you wanted. You know I'm a person.
Oh, God.
I'm a poison.
Like from Rocky. I thought.
And I'll say it again. He's told us that he's driving home sometimes and he bursts into tears.
No,
You've
but
heard him say this.
I have considered getting one of those just straight word processors so that I'm not distracted by the internet. You know, when I'm on my laptop and stuff doing work.
They have one?
Yeah. You can get those just little things that are just word processors.
Can't you just disconnect from the internet?
That's what I realized I could do.
Yeah.
And so I went, oh, no, I can just not look at the internet. And it was actually way easier than I thought it was.
Now, what was the most distracting thing on the internet?
Porn was one. Sure.
No, honestly, though, porn isn't even the most distracting thing. Sometimes you're trying to write a joke or whatever, and you go to Wikipedia, and then you go, "Oh wow, look at this!" I'm looking at the Wikipedia for Parliament Funkadelic, and then you're on to George Clinton,
And then you're down the hole,
and then you're doing Hillary Clinton, and then you're Bill Clinton, and then you're just all over the place. Right. You're in that YouTube, that Wikipedia rabbit hole.
Yeah, there's a lot to distract you, but you just go, "Oh, I'm not gonna. I choose not to open the internet while I'm doing this."
So, do you listen to music when you were studying back?
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm.
Oh, what did you listen to?
Probably classic rock when I was in high school. That's usually what I was listening to.
How about Jeff Beck, Hammerhead?
I was not. I didn't get into. I didn't start listening to Beck until later, post college.
Whatever.
A little blow by blow.
I didn't get a lot of radio play.
Beck.
Where it's at.
Yeah, I don't know. I get distracted, but
You go to the Garmin website. Look at the Tactics watch.
Yeah, is that what you're looking at?
A lot of things. Grid coordinates let you know you're still sitting in your living room.
A school district. Oh.
No, go ahead.
A school district in Missouri will reinstate spanking as a punishment.
Yes.
The Cassville School District had abandoned the practice back in 2001, but will bring spanking back this school year after it was approved by the school board in June.
About time.
Parents were told that spanking with a paddle will be used as a last resort.
Oh, well, I don't care for that.
According to USA Today, each family will be asked to opt in or out, with parents providing written permission.
I don't care for that either. Should be plan A, no permission needed.
Superintendent Merlin Johnson says,
Merlin?
I am a wizard.
Spanking will be administered only by a principal in the presence of a witness and never inflicted in the presence of other students.
Get ready for the lawsuit. Just
what if they have
They
written
signed the
permission?
paper.
They signed the paper.
won't matter.
I would think that.
What do you mean it won't matter?
It will not matter. Trust me. When you read about this 2 years from now, or some kid, well, we signed the paper, but we didn't think little Jimmy would get, wham. Just saying.
Remember when the dean in your high school would chase your car and punch you in the face through your window?
You know what? I don't. But
you went to a different school than I did.
Catholic school.
Dean Green.
You're gonna have, Mr. Garner is. The only one that got spanked was the head cheerleader again, huh? That seems odd.
Bad cheer.
I'm just saying, this is a terrible idea.
No, I'm all for it.
Okay, good.
Did you have corporal punishment at your schools?
Of course.
See? You grew up just fine. Normal, regular. Nothing wrong with you.
It didn't hurt me.
Butt fetish or something.
I never got the paddle, but
yeah. So the threat of the paddle is enough.
But there was something. I don't know if this is universal or not. At least in America, it was always the assistant principal that was the punisher.
Yep.
Yeah,
same
now
in
it's
my
the
school.
principal. This one.
Okay, it was always the.
I got paddled.
I did too.
3 whacks. Yeah.
How hard?
Very hard.
Really hurt?
Like hard enough to give you an erection?
Yep. Almost.
Did it have the holes?
Yep.
Yeah. Cut
What
down
are
on
the
wind.
holes for?
You're swinging faster.
Less wind resistance.
Yeah, someone thought of that.
Oh, yeah.
Terrifying to look at.
No, I don't.
Good.
Yeah, I think Goebbels might have thought of that.
How can we make this hurt more?
Yeah.
So this
I went to a
school is going to have wooden paddles to spank?
Apparently,
I'm just glad to hear about a school that has a wood shop still.
I agree with that. And the aluminum paddles, well, those things.
What was wrong with it, Chick?
Wood shop. That's right. We need to start making wood. More important.
I am with Josh on this all the way.
That's what's wrong with this country. Kids don't make their own rocking chairs anymore.
I agree. Those are basic skills.
You got to have shop class instead of sending.
Hey, I never took shop class. It didn't hurt me.
Sending kids to get worthless college degrees that now we're all going to be paying for.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, wood shops are more important than foreign languages. 2 years mandatory foreign language learning over wood shop? That's ridiculous. Unless the foreign language is Mandarin, because let's face it, we'll all be speaking that.
Yeah. Okay.
A church in Texas has apologized for performing an unauthorized stage production of Hamilton.
Ugh.
According to CNN, in addition to not asking for permission to perform the musical.
They cast a white guy as Hamilton.
Okay, relax over there, wood shop. Come on.
The church altered Lin-Manuel Miranda's work to include references to Jesus and Christianity.
About time.
The church confirmed that its production was unauthorized and had infringed on the rights and copyrights of many.
No.
It said it would destroy any and all video or sound recordings and images of the unauthorized performance as well as rehearsals, and they promised to pay damages.
This church is famous for this. They did that Christian version of Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, boy, that caused a lot of controversy. Yeah.
It's impressive. They were able to come up with a rhyme for stigmata, which I thought was
it's not easy.
That was a stretch.
Now, Tamada was a stretch, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, Armada. This is you got to. Nothing protects their copyright. No organization more than Broadway shows.
Oh,
dude. That's why they're still making so much money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If a high school group wants to put on a play, you got to
big fee.
Yeah. Well.
Hey, Greg Hahn.
What's going on?
I got a little Jeff Beck for you.
Yeah, little hammerhead. Oh. Hear that, Pat?
I love it.
Get the people on their feet.
Just pay somebody to write some lyrics. Come on.
Get Bernie
I like the way he has all the other instruments covering up the guitar.
Yeah, the guitar will kick out here in a second.
That is great. Heavy beat, right?
Sure.
You with me?
Yeah.
It's a long intro.
Did you put
These words? You're like a young girl. Where are the words? When you listen to jazz, you're playing jazz. Where's the words?
Did you put this in your headphones? Okay, there you go. Do you put the headphones on and then play the drums to this? I saw you kind of keeping the beat with your head.
No, I just blast it and just listen to it outside of headphones.
Oh.
Yeah.
So your
neighbors can call up.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. It's great. I come out on stage to that song. Do I got to pay somebody?
Yep.
I'm sure there's some ASCAP or something.
The club, I believe. This is much like this thing with the Broadway show. They have to. You can't just put on a Broadway show without permission. And
well, what if my dad's got a barn and we can just go ahead and put on a show?
Well, yeah, I think
make some money to save
now
the town hall.
Hamilton, I believe, is only on Broadway, and there's a licensed touring company. Maybe there's still a show in London. I'm not sure, but that's it. You can't just put it on.
No.
But and then they were doing obviously a altered version of it. Did you ever see their Christian version of Rent? Boy, that is a sad ending.
Oh.
It's Lent. Well, we all got what we deserved.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying that might be certain churches' take on the whole.
I don't think I want to be on the show anymore.
If only we had abstained, we'd all be okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
A California man, changing the subject completely, has pleaded guilty to federal charges after he smuggled over 1,700 wild animals into the United States.
Well, that's far too many.
In his ass.
Whoa.
No.
You think Noah had a rough time?
According to prosecutors,
Two elephants.
Jose Manuel Perez and his accomplices used social media to arrange to smuggle animals from Mexico and Hong Kong. The U.S. Department of Justice said most of those animals were reptiles and included Yucatan box turtles, Mexican box turtles, baby crocodiles, and Mexican bearded lizards.
Box turtles?
Yes.
So there were ladies sneaking them in, too?
Yes.
These lizards, man.
Yeah.
Iguanas. They're in Florida. Iguanas. My mom sets a trap. You know? Every time I visit, I get snagged in the trap. I told her, stop using Lorna Doones.
I bet my Miami households are
They're delicious.
Lousy with Lorna Doones. Lorna Doones.
The 30-year-old was arrested in February while trying to enter the U.S. with 60 reptiles hidden in bags of his clothing.
Wow.
They were worth about $739,000.
Hey, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
Where do you put them?
In his clothing. In bags of clothing.
Hey, you want to buy a lizard?
Huh?
Yeah.
Who wants a lizard?
A guy opens up his trench coat. You need a snake. Just snakes hanging in his trench coat side. That's a very funny visual. And you go with
Riders of the San Francisco Bay Area metro system in California may have seen a new station guard recently. His name is Pac-Man.
Huh?
Yep. And he happens to be a 5-year-old hawk. And he's accompanied on a perch at El Cerrito del Norte station, keeping an eye out for pigeons rather than fare evaders.
Oh, okay.
Pac-Man's handler is Ricky Ortiz, a falconer with Falcon Force, started patrolling the station with the bird this summer under a contract with BART to keep pigeons at bay and shield riders from pigeon poop.
Now, apparently he's got the bird flu, though. Or as they're calling it here, Pac-Man fever.
It's a really good job.
Chick,
You wanted a reaction.
You know what I did? But I do have a favor to ask of you.
Okay.
Will you retire?
Up here, I already have. Like 2 years ago, I think. Yeah.
So obviously the pigeons, the problem is the pigeon poop everywhere.
Correct.
So it's kind of a trade-off. You get the hawk, but there's only the one hawk.
Right.
As opposed to the hundreds of pigeons.
Yeah.
But the hawk can do some cleaning up. He can make it down.
Yeah. Does he kill them? Or just scare them?
Will? Yeah.
I'm sure he just scares them.
I have a fake owl on my porch to keep the birds away.
How's that working?
Real well, the birds.
Is it the one with the rotating head?
No,
Oh,
it's just
I love
zip tied
those.
to a pillar.
Have you seen the ones with the rotating
I would like to
head?
get one of those.
If the wind hits it, it blows around, it spins around.
I bought it before I was making moving head owl money.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe I'll get you that for Christmas.
Oh, thank
That'll
you.
make a nice Christmas. Put that on the top of the tree. A nice owl with a spinning head.
Sounds good.
A surprise shopper at a Dollar General store in Michigan captured video of an unusual fellow customer browsing the aisles. Happened to be a deer.
Oh.
Ms. Connie McGinnis said she was at the Dollar General in Jackson when she heard a ruckus behind her. She turned around and saw a doe coming down the aisle
Of
toward
course,
her.
you know what the doe was looking for. You're in the dollar store looking for a buck.
I figured there'd be a buck here, if anyway. Was I wrong?
Where are you going?
I'll just leave.
Yes, I saw the sign. It said dollar store.
I was stunned for a quick minute, then got out my phone, of course. She recorded a video with her phone and posted the footage onto Facebook.
Right, well, be careful out there.
Be careful.
And don't forget to pay your taxes quarterly.
You open the door for the deer after you. That's scary. They get all spooked out and scared.
Start kicking. Oh,
Yeah.
they'll kick a hole right through you.
Yeah, they will.
Sharp hoofs.
Very sharp.
They'll kick a hole through you?
Oh, they can.
Yeah.
Deer. You think that the deer's going to kick a hole through me at the dollar store?
That's one of my biggest fears is that if I hit a deer, that it will come somehow legs first through the windshield and then kick the hell out of me. 4 legs just stomping at you?
Well,
You're dead.
don't worry about
Your only
that too
defense
much.
is a pizza box.
You know what?
Implying that you're eating while driving.
He's not even trying.
Okay, buddy. I don't know why, but man, that was funny. I have no idea.
You asked for a reaction, Josh.
Josh sitting there, his only shield is a
Start
pizza
along.
box.
He's gonna start.
Why? And yet, you know what? It's my fault because I sit here. It's my fault. Any man would have gotten up and would get a different job.
No room for passenger there.
But no.
Oh, pizza box.
I sit here and I go, you know what? I 4 hours a day, I can have my heart torn in pieces and my soul crushed. But a real man would go, I'm going to go build a bridge. What am I doing? Why would I ever put up with this?
I don't know. We've been doing it for 37 years.
I'm just glad it's finally off me. I can just.
Why would you build a bridge in your other scenario?
Anything else?
I'm so sorry.
Man's work. He can't. Josh, can you run me down to the store? I don't have any room. Pastor pizza box.
Yeah, I'll just sit in the back. Have the pizzas in the front. You know who you're talking to?
They're built it in.
Man, anytime you call him, middle of the day.
By the way, yeah. Hey, Josh, can I ride with you? Sure. Just, you know the airbags are filled with queso, right? That's not going to bother you? They deploy? Hey, what are these seatbelts? Fruit roll-ups. You're in Josh Arnold's car. I'm real fat, you see.
Well, speaking of food, how about this? This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by our friends at HelloFresh.
Well, of
What
course
is
it is.
HelloFresh? It means farm fresh ingredients. That's what it means. And they do the shopping, they do the measuring. So with HelloFresh, you get delicious restaurant quality food. Over 55 items to choose from every week. What kind of food are you into? You like classic comfort food? Do you like maybe you're doing the no carb thing? Maybe you're on a low calorie thing? They've got everything for you at HelloFresh. You make the call. Tell them when you want it, what days you want it. Easy to move stuff around, easy to switch proteins. HelloFresh is the place. Once again, they do the shopping, they do the measuring. The box comes, you put together a great meal. Even the kids will clean their plates. What's the latest, Willie?
One of their Hall of Fame meals. This is the Italian chicken and pepper sando with potato wedges and garlic sauce. HelloFresh is going to send you 14 ingredients. You put those together in just over a half hour in 6 easy steps, and you've made this delicious sandwich from our friends at HelloFresh.
Get started today. It's real simple. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. That code is BTShow16. Why? 16 free meals across 7 boxes. Once again, the code is BTShow16. 16 free meals. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. You need the code a couple times, so remember it, BTShow16. That's HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Coming up, the educational portion of our program. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, just a friendly reminder, you're running out of time to enter to win the Beyond the Bourbon all-inclusive sweepstakes that ends at the end of this month. So, again, just a few days left. Brought to you by Team Kentucky. VIP weekend pass to the Bourbon and Beyond Music Festival featuring Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, Chris Stapleton, over 50 other bands. The VIP passes, you could also win airfare credit, hotel accommodations, ground transportation, and more. We set you up, hook you up, and you get to see all that great music for free with VIP passes. You could be the big winner. bobandtom.com/contest. Click on the Beyond the Bourbon contest. Again, brought to you by Team Kentucky. And good luck from all of us here at the Bob and Tom Show. Things we learned and a little history coming up next. Stay tuned, knuckleheads.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. A fuel leak has interrupted NASA's launch countdown for its new moon rocket. Thunderstorms delayed the start of fueling early today at Florida's Kennedy Space Center. The operation finally got underway an hour late, but a hydrogen fuel leak cropped up in the same area that saw seepage during a dress rehearsal in April. NASA has just 2 hours today to launch the 322-foot rocket on its first test flight with an empty crew capsule bound for lunar orbit. The Defense Ministry reports one of 3 Dutch soldiers wounded in a shooting outside a hotel in downtown Indianapolis over the weekend has died. The soldier, whose identity was not released, was one of 3 members of the Dutch Commando Corps who were shot and wounded early Saturday around 3:30 a.m. in downtown Indianapolis after what local police believe was a disturbance outside the hotel where they were staying. And in Nebraska, they're trying to determine who released 16 million gallons of water by opening a dam on an irrigation channel one night this month, and why. The head of the irrigation district that runs the nearly 48-mile-long Cambridge Canal discovered the problem August 14th. It showed the flow of water in the canal had dropped by half overnight, so he scrambled to notify farmers, replenish the canal from a reservoir upstream before calling the sheriff. He estimates the missing water was worth about $2,600. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I don't want to throw you under the bus, but I didn't know you could just order Diet Pepsis and they just showed up at the door.
Sure. It's 2022. It's hammer time. Yeah. We can do anything we want. I got my funny juice.
All right.
That's been the lull lately.
Apparently we've been out of it. Huh?
Yeah, you've been out of the funny juice.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are 2 of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
The Bob and Tom Show now presents the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Hello again, everybody. This is ex-attorney Jack Thomas. You know, I got a lot of mail here at the ex-law office, and today, let's open a letter. Well, this comes from young Davey Radonovich of Kokomo, Indiana. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davey, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davey, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Ed Yeager.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again.
I'm glad football season's almost here. I love football.
I do too.
I was I was in a hotel room, and I was watching a football game, and I opened the drawer, I pull out the Bible, I turned to John 3:16, and it actually says, "Sitteth thee in the end zone with a large sign."
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening.
Good.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hello.
He's shallow at best right now. He's a hollow of his former self. There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
What's going on?
I'm Chick McGee. And Tom, say hello to our guest one more time.
It's comedian Greg Hunt, one of my favorite human beings. Oh, whenever he's in the room, it's a lively, lively time. You always say to yourself, God, that guy's funny. I'm so glad I'm not him. Did you have the news story about the Mickey Mantle baseball card?
I don't.
$12.6 million it sold for. A new record for any sports memorabilia.
Wow. Okay, did a little Googling here.
Yeah?
Mickey Mantle in his career earned $1,128,000. Adjusted for inflation over the course of time, it's approximately $9 million.
So your point is?
The card went for $12 million.
Right.
Okay.
And is that supposed to make us feel better or worse for Mickey?
No. And the Mickey.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's just kind of interesting, yeah.
All right.
I wonder if Mickey had a copy of the card. Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you think old lady Mantle has one of them? His ex-wife or whoever she was?
I'm not sure who was
Mama
still
Mantle?
left.
Was there a Mama Mantle?
Of course, there had to be a Mama Mantle.
Had to be a mom. I mean, he had a mother, obviously, Mama Mantle.
She would be quite elderly, I would think.
Yeah,
at this point.
she'd be.
Oh, she's way dead.
A world record, I think. For
Her card was fairly.
I heard
nothing.
she looks just exactly like the Mick, though.
Oh, yeah. Handsome woman. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Handsome woman.
Sturdy jaw.
For today in history, here's Tom. Do you have any idea what day
What day it is?
Don't look.
29th.
Of?
There we go. August.
Okay.
Sometimes we got to ask.
That's a good point.
Okay. Oh, boy, this is bad.
Hitler?
Nope, worse.
Worse than Hitler.
Worse than Hitler?
March shot?
No, just potentially. This is going to be treated the wrong way if I read it. It'll somehow be my fault.
Is it a Beatles thing?
No, that's coming up. 1896. New York chef, the chef in New York City of the Chinese ambassador, invented chop suey.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
We used to have oh, no, I'm sorry. We used to have chow mein a lot when I was a kid.
I love that.
La choy chow mein.
Chow mein, yeah.
How about the poo-poo chicken? You ever had that?
I've never had the poo-poo
Boy, you
chicken.
mix it up and get the chicken poo-poo. Boy, that's all I got.
When we were kids, a Chungking swing American, wasn't that something like that? Was that right? La choy means
La choy makes Chinese food.
Swing
I
American.
love Chinese food. And I have never gotten the. Is it still Peking duck or is it now Beijing duck? I assume it's still Peking duck.
Get off this. Either that or find out.
No, I want to do it. I want to order it one day.
Oh, let's go. Let's do it.
I want to order it one day. So why don't we have? Let's get Ms. Jess Hooker on this, and
she's not going to make one.
No, we'll get her to order it and dish it up and everything.
Okay, cool.
Well, I don't have time for
Sounds
this.
great.
Why do I feel like she's somewhere looking at a receiver of some sort, listening to the show, shaking her head, saying, "You got to be effing."
How hard can it be?
How hard to make Peking
No. She's going
duck?
to order it.
Just go to one of these places where it always says you have to order the Peking duck 24 hours in advance.
God, there's a lot of Chinese restaurants open at this hour.
24 hours, Christy. They'd have to put it in.
Right? So that's still... Never mind.
I'm sure there are many people. There's probably some eccentric billionaire who has a Peking duck every week for breakfast. I say.
Thursday,
Gordon, is the Peking duck ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, it's the 9th of the month.
The fellas over at the Bob and Tom Show would like some Peking duck.
And those are served head and all, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
In the movies, they
have like a little tiny crab apple in their beaks.
Yeah.
Like a pig thing? Yeah.
Josh is not going to give up.
That's funny.
Josh is gonna go down dying.
That's right.
Wait a minute.
The only one working today.
Things we learned today.
Besides Han.
Things we learned.
I haven't even finished the birthdays.
Tough. Yeah.
You haven't even started.
Whatever.
1920, the great saxophonist Charlie Parker.
Oh, thank God you got the bird in there.
Birdman.
Bebop.
Birdland.
Let's see, what else? A happy birthday going out to none of these people are famous.
I guarantee they're so famous.
No, I don't
Go ahead, spit out a name, see if we know who it is.
Okay, he's famous. Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Pop star, pederast.
Yeah, there you go.
Love cycling.
Hey, we opened this morning with Clementine on the Fabulous Bob and Tom Show.
Monkey humper.
Ace's book is sold out, ready to go to its 10th printing. Unreasonable confident. Ace invited me to go grocery shopping with him with coupons on Friday. I will either do that or cut off my right leg. Normal, Illinois got a shout out today from us. Let's see, it was Normal the West Wildcats and the Normal Iron Men.
But Mr. Godwin, do you think the normal team should be the what?
Normal, everyday people.
Fighting everyday people.
Yeah.
Tom, I don't think we'll ever forget where we were when Tom told us he had a raccoon in his garage over the weekend.
Does Normal Illinois ever play
like
in sports? Ever play Plain City, Ohio?
Oh boy, just a regular old game.
Normal versus
I got
Plain.
a follow up to that. Plain
Bowl.
City, Ohio. A lot of Amish people live in Plain City.
Oh, how about that?
A lot of Yutsies and Yoders. Yep.
Okay,
it's true.
Plain versus Normal.
What's that thing on Aaron Neville's face? We enjoyed that for about, 17 seconds. Let's see. They're having burro races in Colorado. They race for 64 miles.
And do you remember the fact about Alan, is it Schnitzler that we learned?
Oh, sure.
Your buddy?
No, Alan Kitchler.
Alan Kitchler, yeah.
Yeah.
What did we learn about him today,
8th grade. He had a subscription to Playboy and carried a Zippo lighter.
He was a badass.
And he had the greatest line of the 8th grade in Mr. Mallon's English class. When he said, well, we've got Banco in disguise, Bubba in disguise, and he goes, Judy in disguise. quoting, what is it, Fred?
And if you see a bear, what should you yell, Josh?
Blah, ha, flee.
I like it.
There you go.
Guaranteed to work. If it doesn't, talk to Josh. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.